How's it going, guys? It's your boy Lieutenant Dan here with another live stream for you during our last game, y'all. Last game of the season. Not wearing any Falcons gear today. Just gonna be a little chill today because we've got a lot of work left to do. And we kicked off to the Buccaneers. They'll get the ball on their, let's call it 28-yard line here in their first play. Winston back, very little pressure here. Gonna way overthrow his guy. Yeah, a little bit of pressure from the outside, actually. Brian Nix, Joe Houston, Tyler Raines, Cedric Britton, Real Pat Man, Mikey in the building, Cole Jeremy, Jock 47335. Good to see all of you guys in the chat. Rise up, stay grounded. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Falcons' second play on defense here against the BUCS. BUCS 2nd and 10, still on their 28-yard line, no yardage gain. They're going to hand this ball off, and there's going to be a run up the middle and wrapped up for a very short gain. Let's call it a gain of about 4, maybe give them 5 on that run there. Good to see everybody in here. Nook is in the building. Good to see you, Nook. Hope you're having a wonderful day. What's up with the Darren Bevel rumors? Darren Bevel, if you haven't already been part of the talking points, Darren Bevel is a offensive coordinator candidate that potentially could be taking the job away from Sarkisian after the day is done. 3rd and 5, Winston back, very little pressure over the middle, and overthrows his man, Brian Poole, on the coverage going towards Godwin. And a 3 and out for the Atlanta Falcons there on defense, and they make the Tampa Bay Buccaneers punt. So, more or less, Jameis Winston just not getting his guys, not throwing it in the right places. So, more or less, the Bucs trying to figure a way to calm down and whatnot. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Your 2019 Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback, at least that's what's rumored. Mark Richt just retired. That's the rumor that's going on right now, or at least what's being reported. The punt is going to have us bringing the ball back out to the 23-yard line from our side of the field. So Atlanta will start with the ball on the 23-yard line or so. Does the sound okay and everything? 4,546 passing yards this season, 3rd in the NFL. Career high is 4,944. So we'll see if Matt Ryan can eclipse his passing record today. Trying to tie my shoe. Should probably put the camera a little bit closer too, but I'm being lazy right now. 2 wide receivers out to the left-hand side, Austin Hooper, and Julio Jones out to the right-hand side. Sidecar looks like it's Ito Smith or Coleman, and whoever it was, we tried to draw up a draw play there, and it was stopped by Vinny Curry. So tackle for a loss there. That's how we're starting that out. Schrader getting one last look. Yeah, it could be interesting to see if the Falcons go with an offensive tackle early on in the draft. I'm not sure about first round because there's really nobody there in the first round I'd take as a right tackle. But plenty of guys out there. Quick pass out to Austin Hooper, who's going to take it straight for a first down. So a 2nd and 12 turns into a 1st and 10. Very easy, quick strike to Hooper on the outside. Kind of had him go out into the flats on Matt's right-hand side, and very poor coverage there. Good to see David Wright and Chadu in here as well. Rise up, guys. Stay grounded. Hope you're doing well. Spread the love and hype. Hit that like button. Hit that notification bell. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Matt Ryan with a hand off to Tevin Coleman, who's going to bounce it off to the outside and is going to fall down just beyond the 40-yard line of Atlanta. So let's call that a game of about 5, maybe 4. Bucs defense ranked 24th in the league. Vinny Curry, Gerald McCoy. Why am I saying it like that? Falcons come with a fullback in the backfield. 3-step drop, quick throw, caught by Calvin Ridley for a first down. So a 2nd and 5, quick 5-6 yard pass to Calvin Ridley, and that's another first down for Atlanta. You have to think that if Atlanta goes 7-9 and falls close to the 15th pick or so, that it changes the whole draft. You know, we're changes our whole identity of how we're going to be drafting and who we could potentially trade up a few spots for, trade back a few spots for. So wonder what the Falcons are going to do here, especially if we were able to win this game. 11 minutes and 50 seconds before they snap this ball. A quick snap, play action to Coleman. Ryan with time, guns it down the middle of the field and dropped by Hall. Hall drops the ball. It was gunned right in his chest. And that would have been another first down by Atlanta, but a drop ball there by Hall. Hall had beaten his guy, Grimes, on him, and just could not handle it. Hit him right in the chest. And these drop passes are killing Matt Ryan. They're hitting guys right in the chest, right in the face mask sometimes, right here. Go put your hands up. Go grab those balls. And just not having. So Hall off the field. 2nd and 10 now. Handoff to 32. Is that Hill? It is Hill. I forgot Ito Smith's not playing right now. Quentin Williams looked good yesterday. And there's a hold on Atlanta, so the Brian Hill run is going to be backed up. Simple passes to chest are being dropped. Yep, pretty much. Quentin Williams did look good yesterday. Christian Wilkins looked good yesterday. Austin Bryant and Cleveland Farrell looked good yesterday. Some of the defensive ends and linebackers that are coming out for Alabama looked decent yesterday. But both Notre Dame and Oklahoma underperformed massively on defense. Matt Ryan on 2nd and 20 with 5 wide, 3 yards in the backfield. Buccaneers are going to bring pressure. They bring 4. Ryan, quick throw to Julio Jones, bounces over his hands, in and out of his hands, dropped, and it will be 3rd and 20. If you don't mind, guys, please try not to spoil anything in the chat, because I am kind of like eyeing back and forth between the chat and here, and trying to do the commentary. A good breakup by Grimes, actually, on that. Not a very aggressive attempt by Julio. Could have been a little more aggressive, and Matt Ryan did lead the ball to him, but Grimes put an arm out. Good job by Grimes. 3rd and 20, Falcons 5 wide again. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Ryan back with time, has to escape the pocket, throws, caught by Hooper as he was falling, and Hoop is going to take this close to the 50-yard line, but it's nowhere close to a first down. I'd say maybe about a 10-yard gain. So 4th and 10, the Falcons punt team will be coming out, and pressure from the interior from Vita Vea and from who was that on the other side? McCoy with some pressure. And Ryan barely was able to get that off. Hooper did get hit pretty hard. Actually, Hooper gained 12 yards on that run, so 4th and 8. Kind of saved the Falcons as far as field position there. And this will be a good punt for the Falcons, hopefully. Matt Bosher, or Truck Bosher, if you want to call him, punts the ball off. This one's going to land... Wow! Right inside the 5-yard line. Bounces maybe to about the 6 or 7. Great punt by Bosher. And the Falcons' field position changes in their favor. So, Jameis Winston and the BUCS offense coming up shortly. And we'll see how that goes. Jameis has to be the goofiest player in the NFL. Yeah, pretty much. Went to school with Austin Bryant, Thomas County Central. That's pretty cool, Jeremy. I've heard that he's an awesome guy. But the Clemson guys yesterday getting their victory, obviously. Mark Richt apparently is retiring as the University of Miami's head coach and from coaching in general. That was out today. Alabama laid the smack down, and then a late comeback by Oklahoma, but we're not able to overcome Alabama yesterday. So Bama and Clemson playing for the national championship in a few days, I believe. Not too long from now. Commercial's weird. Anyway, Georgia getting snubbed. I hated that. Georgia should have played Alabama again. Jan 7th, 2 days before my birthday. 2 days before my birthday. Happy birthday to me. I'll be 28 years old and I'll feel like an old man. 28 doesn't feel old, by the way. 28 shouldn't feel any older. Shouldn't feel any older. Ugh. Drop passes and fumbles have killed the Falcons this season. How much of that is on the coaches? You're just a young punk. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. I might get a new Civic. Year and a half, might go into a lease with a Honda Civic. That would be nice. Injuries? Yeah, true. Shannon's just like McDaniels, good OC, but they can't handle head coaching. We don't know anything about McDaniels yet as a full-time head coach. Let's wait and see that, and then turn around and say what we want to say. Man, Tampa Stadium is so garbage. I'm sorry, Tampa. The Tampa fans are probably going to be all upset that I said it, but their stadium's garbage. I hate that stadium. I don't like going. Like, the times that you guys are like, hey, come over and let's go, let's have you, let's donate and have you go to Tampa and go watch the Falcons versus Tampa. I was like, oh boy. So the Buccaneers come in heavy set. They're going to hand this ball off, try to bounce to the outside, back inside, and it's going to gain about, let's call it a gain of 6 on this run. So should be 3rd and 4. Excuse me, second and 4. A lot of Fox Sports staff has picked Tampa as their upset pick today. It was Tony Gonzalez, followed by Jimmy Johnson, Howie Long, and Michael Strahan. Yeah, it looks terrible on TV. Just looks like a practice field, man. Doesn't look like a real field. It looks like a practice field. Falcons look like they're going to be bringing 4, playing nickel here. Jameis Winston in the backfield, going to hand this ball off inside, and they're going to get that first down. Devondre Campbell comes up with a tackle, and they'll be close to that 20-yard line mark. So Tampa slowly marching the ball back into field position that they can work something here. Let me see actually where this line gets pushed. It's right on Dedrin Sanat. Sanat gets pushed right out of the way by a single team. And then they took care of Grady Jarrett with a single team too. So, sometimes, man, you just need girth. You need girth on a line. You really do. Yeah, we just don't have it right now. Fakes the handoff, throw over the middle of the field, caught Brian Poole chasing and is able to stop Mike Williams from getting a really, really big, Mike Evans from getting a really big gain. But 1st and 10 now for Tampa around their 30-yard line now. 20, 25, 30, almost the 40-yard line here. I've seen better college fields. So do you think that we get rid of Sark? And if we do, who's the replacement? Replacement, I'm not sure. I kind of want to wait and see because I want to make a reaction video on it. But is Sark gone? Most likely, yeah. Tampa back, Jameis Winston looking, little to no pressure, throws and overthrows his intended target, Godwin, by a mile, 2nd and 10. Jameis Winston seems to just not be accurate with the ball. He does not have touch on his ball. It kind of is either a lame duck or a bullet. It's never in between. It's never got touch on it. Always seems like it's either like wobbling like this or it just goes 50 miles in the air and overthrows his guys. Surprised you're not at the game. Yeah, I didn't feel it, man, especially last night since watching the Clemson Notre Dame game. Tampa's going to run this ball, but it gets stuffed in the backfield by a combination of Brooks Reed, Ola Kuhn, Stephen Means. I think Means is going to be a Falcon again. Means has done so much good work for Atlanta. I think they bring him back as a defensive end. So you'll have Means, Tack, Crawford, Grady, Sanat as your defensive line until we add some more pieces. Falcons bring a blitz with the linebacker, little to no pressure there, and a quick throw out to Humphreys, and he's going to gain that first down and get past the 50-yard line. So a 3rd and 8 becomes a 1st and 10. Entire D is getting blown off the ball, man. Yeah, Tampa's O-line is not a bad O-line. But we just don't have anybody there. We always play so sloppy against Carolina, New Orleans, and Tampa. I want the divisions to get shaken up again. Maybe I'm the only one that thinks that. Maybe I'm the only one that wants that. Underrated? Oh, definitely. Falcons look like they're going to be bringing pressure. They do, but that pressure is barely there. Jameis Winston just gets it in, and Wilson is able to get the first down. Another 15-yard gain there by Tampa, and they're dinking and dunking down the field to be able to get yardage, and that's how you beat up the Atlanta Falcons. Trufant on the coverage on this guy, and kept everything in front of him. He was at least 5 yards off his guy there. Trufant, man, I'm tired of it, dude. I'm tired. Bruce Irvin in coverage. Yep. Falcons bring 3 heavy towards the interior on this base look, and that 3 heavy in the interior gets blown right off the ball, and Barber with an easy call it an 8-yard gain, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what this flag is all about. Holding on Tampa, and that's going to back them 10 yards up, and it's still going to be first down. Oh boy. I should move this. I like that. That's better. It's a little bit better. Jameis Winston, little pressure. Dink and dunks to Humphries. Humphries is going to catch that ball. Gain himself a first down. Ugh. Ouch. Oof my bones. Why didn't Trufant press or shadow? I don't know. Trufant's either asked to do something a certain way or he's playing a certain way. Atlanta will make Winston look like a Super Bowl QB today. Yeah. Feeling it. It would be funny if we did lose this and we go to 6-10. It'd be funny because then we can start talking about top 10 discussion. Falcons bring pressure. They almost get to it, but a pass is still caught. Alford on the coverage. And a 2nd and 12 becomes a 3rd and short. Robert Alford on that coverage there was so late. Let's watch him on the side over here. Yeah, actually tried to blanket him and just whiffed. Wow. What's going on in the nation? What's going on, buddy? Rise up, stay grounded. Hope you're doing well. Quick run up the interior. Easily gets through. Yeah. What is Alfred doing in the game? Where's Oliver? They're going to try to play Alfred out, man. This is how NFL teams work. They're going to try to play their guys out, and that's what they do. Oliver would have been starting half of the year already for me, and been getting his lumps and bruises and whatnot. I would have been like, Alfred, you're a slot guy now. Congratulations. There is an injured Buccaneer down. They're on the 21-yard line of Atlanta. This has been a long drive, wasted most of the time, only about 4 minutes and 55 seconds left. Bills up 14-0 over Miami. Take a look at some scores, man. I got the phone here, so we'll take a look at some scores. What's this now? Heads up, Adam Schefter just said that Gary Kubiak might kick the tires on the idea of the Atlanta Falcons OC. Oh, Lord, please. Yes! Do it! Do it, you motherfucker! Do it! Yes! I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. But if Gary Kubiak does come to Atlanta, I'm about to I'll flip stuff. I'll be running up and down the streets. Oh my goodness. If Gary Kubiak comes to Atlanta. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Please do it. Do it. Oh my God. That would make me so happy. I'd be like, we're in capable hands. Lord Jesus, we're in capable hands. Live stream going up and down the streets. Yes, I would do it. I'd do it for you guys. I'd do it for you. Wait, he's thinking about it? Reported by Mike Bell on 92.9. Adam Schefter just said that Gary Kubiak might kick the tires on the idea of at Atlanta Falcons OC. Oh, Lord, please. Oh, do it, man. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Please do it. Do it. Oh, man. European bathing suit. Oh, boy. I don't think I would fit in European bathing suit. Ah. Oh my goodness. We'll wait on the scores. Somebody just came off. Number 77. Somebody tell me 77. Third round rookie. Who dis? Who dis man? Who dis man? 77's gone. Who dis? Okay. Jameis Winston on the 21-yard line. Steps back, looks, throws short, and Trufant will run his guy out on a short 2-yard gain there. Oh, Kubiak, if you come to Atlanta, do it, dude. Do it. Do it. Become the legend you know you can be. Oh, man. That would make me smile. I'd be like, we're in good hands right now if Gary Kubiak comes in. Winston looks, throws towards Trufant's side, and allows Mike Evans, to easily get a touchdown. Touchdown, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Trufant equals dumpster emoji. and he's the best corner we have. Trufant, the best corner we have. Sounds like we need to get better corners. Oh my goodness. Just too early in the reaction, man. Why didn't you put Oliver on Evans? Why didn't you put Oliver on Evans? I don't care if Trufant's side is the right-hand side. Put Oliver over there, man. So, touchdown Bucks. They're up 6-0. And here comes the extra point. Falcons looking to try to block this. The snap, the hold, the kick, and it is up and good. You can't line up over the center anymore. It's just kind of like, what's the point? It's always going to be good. We should be treating this like a preseason game evaluation. Well, my evaluation is this. Trufant sucks. We didn't generate any pressure on that drive. So, burnt toast. Damn. Tall. Yeah, he wouldn't have allowed it if that was happening. I like Mike Evans versus an Oliver. I like a Mike Evans versus Oliver. Yeah. Let's check scores, man. Mike Evans brings out the worst version in Trufant. Oh, oh boy. Good to see 50 Millie King Kell. Good to see you in here. Bobby Means, good to see you. Damn it, Trufant. Christian, what's going on, guys? Real Pat, man. Good to see you. Mikey, PewTube, good to see all of you guys in the chat. If you haven't already said hi in the chat, please do. I'll say hi back. I am more than happy to. Let's check out scores. Pats up 7-0 over the Jets. Bucks 7-0 over the Falcons. Jags up 3-0 over the Texans. Bills up 14-0 over the Dolphins. Lions and Packers scoreless, but the Lions are knocking on the door. They're on the Green Bay 7, 1st and 7. The Panthers up 7-0 over the Saints, and they have the ball back. And the Cowboys and Giants are scoreless. What's going on, Steel Wings? Good to see you, buddy. Rise up, stay grounded. Hope you're doing well. McLean is inactive. McLean is inactive today. That seems to be the case. So, ooh, spooky. Yeah, man, I'm doing well. I say trade Trufant for Ramsey or Joe Hayden. Ugh. And not like the dead money would absolutely kill us from Trufant's contract anyway. Truth. Like, that's the damn truth. Inactive all year. No, actually he is not. McLean's been only inactive for 2-3 games total, and this would be like the 4th or something along those lines. But just not giving Sanat a chance is starting to really hurt. So, but we're going to see a lot of Sanat today, which I kind of see him getting pushed off the ball right now. So, youngest to 6,000 yards, Julio Jones in 2015, Hopkins in 2018. Evans this year. That's pretty cool. Pretty neat. So the Bucs go to kickoff. All right. Bucs kicking off. See if the Falcons will. Oh, it's a nice squib kick. Who's back there? Hall's going to pick it up at the 10, take it to the 15, take it to the 20. Has no way to actually evade anybody and just takes it past the 20. Detroit 7, Green Bay 0. Yeah, man. That's some craziness. Dude, all kinds of crazy news is going to pop up today, so just keep yourself adjusted. It's going to be really interesting. Caleb Binach? Yeah, they're trying to cool these guys down. It's just too hot. Congrats on the win against Notre Dame. Christian Wilkins was a beast last night. He looked so good. The fake of the handoff to Coleman. Ryan with time, looks, throws, and almost intercepted trying to throw it to Mohamed Sanu. Sanu just kept going up the field. Ryan's pass was shorter. Wow. Game break, New England, Tom Brady threw it underneath to another little wide receiver that he has, and they score a touchdown. It's to White. Another touchdown for the Patriots off of their tiny little wide receiver group. They always make it work somehow. I don't get it. Matt Ryan on a center and a heavy set, 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They're going to hand the ball off to Coleman. Coleman's going to try to kick it out to the outside. He does actually gain 2 yards on kicking it out to the outside. He had to run a mile to get there. But 3rd and long for the Falcons. Lieutenant Dan for the new OC. Nah, Kubiak. If Kubiak says he actually does want to come here, do it. Adam Schefter reporting it makes it even more legitimate. Has pulled up limping. He looked like he was like, no, I'm good. So Matt Ryan out with 4 wide receiver set, tight end close to the line, but standing up. Bucs look like they're going to bring all the heat. They bring 4. Ryan throws underneath to Julio Jones, who's going to be short of the first down because he slips. So, yeah, I guess that's a thing. And 4th down and the Falcons punt. It was a good pass, and wow, Jones's feet are like churning in the muddy grass that's here. It's just the field is just ripping up. It's just ripping up everywhere. And Jones is like pushing and pushing and pushing. And like the field's just churning up and he's not gaining any yardage. I love that. That's great. That's great. So the punt all the way to the 22-yard line of Tampa. Tampa will start on their own 22. Oh, man. Damn, dude. This Falcons team knows how to depress me real quick. Knows how to get me down. 1-4, and we didn't go for it. How pathetic. But Chadu, we were in our own territory. What would you really want to give the Buccaneers, who, by the way, easily marched down the field and scored a touchdown? Would you really want to give them like an easy field position to go and score? Mad Mike Sports is in the building. He's in the house. What's going on, Mad Mike? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, Sark is gone, bro. Sark is most likely gone. He's gonna be out of here. I wouldn't worry too much about that. Sark's gonna be out of here. What defense? Right now they're struggling, man. Right now, Tack and all of those guys are having a hard time trying to gain pressure because it's not there. Back at ATL. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I like how they pour gravy intentionally over the side on the KFC commercials to make it look like it's oozing. But when you get it, it's like so much smaller than they advertise. Just saying. Why is Finn Balor bleeding everywhere? Weird. It's really odd. Fire Marquard Manuel. I think he'll resign. I think that Sark will get fired. Marquard Manuel will resign. With 2 TD passes a day, Matt Ryan moves up a notch to the 12th place on the all-time list of passing Carson Palmer, who's at 294. If we can move the ball, I would be happy. If we get touchdowns, that's extra. Who do you think the new... Jack Savage says, who do you think the new OC should be? Kubiak. Although Bevel was a name that has come up. The Falcons DBs and linebackers just cannot seem to cover properly today, and it has led to Mike Evans getting an easy touchdown. Easy, just grab and bring it down. I think Manuel will probably resign. We won't fire him, and maybe Sark will resign too instead of the firing. You know, running formation, they bring it back there and stuffed in the backfield by Grady Jarrett, Steven Means. Grady Jarrett and Steven Means basically back there taking him down. Means is gonna get Means is gonna get picked up by the Falcons again and brought back at 29 years old next year. I don't think he's the long-term answer, but man, I like me some Steven Means, dude. He knows what he's doing. Bruce Irvin as a defensive end here. Brooks Reed as the other defensive end. They run a draw play, and they gain about 4 yards here on a second and 13, and probably regain some of those yards. Olakun comes out. Aloakun, however you want to do that. Means is physical. Yeah. Means is physical AF. He knows what he's doing. What did Ian say? I would put Oliver in easily. Well, we don't know if we can't get Kubiak yet, so I would wait on that. Jameis Winston takes off on a run, slides, gets the first down. Allowed that to happen. Well, that's the whole point of the Kubiak hiring, is that Greg Knapp has worked with Kubiak, and I think that Kubiak came in here as a spy. He came in here as a spy to see if Sarkisian knew what he was doing. Where's my remotes? He wanted to see if Sarkisian knew what he was doing, and if he was doing well, he was going to most likely not touch it. But if he wasn't doing well, then he was going to call his friend Kubiak, who wants to obviously coach again as an OC. I mean, Elway's trying to bring him back to the Broncos. But Knapp has worked in that system, and as the QB coach, he's wanted to bring in the Shanahan-Kubiak system back to Atlanta again. I wouldn't be too surprised if we had Kubiak in here. Would not be surprised at all. I'm getting a playback error on my own goddamn TV, which is got me all uppity. And we're on commercial right now anyway, so oh well. And Adam Schefter's the one reporting it now, so now it's legitimate. Now it's actually legitimate. All of our rumors and reading between the lines and whatnot, all of that can now go right out the window, because once Adam Schefter kind of reports something, it's got a lot of validity to it. So Sarkisian will be fired before it turns nightfall this evening. Firing OC and DC just continues setting us back. Dan Quinn isn't a great coach. Cole Jeremy, that's a bit harsh. Dan Quinn is a good coach because we can see the player development actually working. Dan Quinn is a good coach because he's actually been able to rile the troops together and get them to play as a coordinated effort. This year, we just saw what the worst of Dan Quinn could be, which is when all of your guys are injured, things don't line up the right way because you need specialty players to play in Atlanta. Guys on Twitter right now are saying that we don't need special particular players to be able to come and play in Atlanta, and I'm arguing against that. Firing the DC has nothing to do with Dan Quinn. Firing the DC has everything to do with Dan's trying to find guys in both coordinator positions that he doesn't have to hold their goddamn hands. Johnny Talk Sports. Dan Quinn has to be on the hot seat. I don't think he is. I think there's an urgency in Atlanta right now to get back to the playoffs, to go back to the Super Bowl. But everybody needs to step back and go, whoa, just hold and relax. Dan Quinn is not on the hot seat at all. Now, there's urgency. There's a difference between being in the hot seat and there's urgency. Excuse me, a hot seat and urgency. And right now, there's urgency in Atlanta to get something done. It is 77 degrees right now. Feels like 86. Humidity 89% right now. Tampa on 2nd and 3, almost near midfield here. Falcons bring some pressure. They're going to throw it over the middle. And big breakup by Desmond Trufant, actually getting to his guy. See, if you just play closer, then he can knock those passes out. There's just too much time to try to react to all this nonsense. It took us 2 playoffs and 3 last years. You want to fire him. Yeah. He took us to 2 playoff runs, and one of them was a Super Bowl run. I don't think firing DQ would be a very good idea. I think firing the OC and the DC and getting more competent know-it-all guys would be better for this organization. But I don't think that and Jacquizz Rodgers does not make it to the first down. Neesman actually comes up and makes the tackle for a 4th down stop. So the BUCS will now punt the ball. But I just think that trying to fire Dan Quinn would be worse than trying to find competent coordinators. You know, finding competent coordinators is one thing. Firing a head coach and destroying his identity of the team and now having to redo everything with a new head coach, with a new identity, with a completely different process, that's going to hurt you more than just getting rid of a coordinator and going, okay, we can get something similar, bring him in, but a guy that knows what they're fucking doing. And the Falcons will get the ball, let's call it the 13-yard line here on their own side of the field. So bad field position for the Falcons most of the day so far. Do you think that Ryan has a low football IQ? What would lead you to that conclusion? Or what would lead you to questioning that? You think Ryan has a low football IQ? Low football IQ? Like, I'm confused. Why? What? Like, if that's just genuinely a question, like, I understand. Like, nobody blast him. Run here by... Who the hell is that? Was that Langford? Yay, Jeremy Langford got his first run as a Falcon. Hey, nice little run there. Let's call it a gain of 5. Actually, gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Low football IQ. Like, Jack Savage, just give me a response to why you think low football IQ for Matt Ryan. Because it's about the QB, the head coach, and the offensive coordinator working in tandem to make things work. Here's going to be another run by Jeremy Langford, and he is going to barrel forward for another about 4 yards. So let's call it second and 2. Falcons don't need a culture change. They need better players and coordinators. Yep. The injuries derailed the season. Why get rid of the coordinators? Because the coordinators didn't even use the guys that they had efficiently on the roster. Don't hate Ryan, but the throws, but he throws bad passes sometimes. Everybody does that. Go watch 16 games of the Patriots. Go watch 16 games of the Packers. Go watch 16 games of the Browns. Go watch 16 games of the Steelers. It's the same stuff, same shit. 3rd and 2, quick throw to the outside, broken up, trying to go to Mohamed Sanu. Adams with the breakup. And 4th down, the Falcons will punt. The Falcons just have not gotten anything going. Might be better to run the ball than try to pass it underneath. I don't think Manuel should be spared. I think Manuel has been a yes man. I think that Sark has been a yes man. I think Dan Quinn's sentiments in his last press conference, not the most recent, but maybe about a week ago, where he said that I already have yes men here. I need people with different identities and different ideas. I would say that he does have some ideas here. Humphreys with the fumble, the muff there, but he does pick it back up, take it out of bounds. It was never in danger. Who hired Sark? I believe it was a combination of Dan Quinn and Thomas Dimitroff talking to Nick Saban. And they brought him in hoping that he would be able to run something similar. And ultimately, it turned out to be a failure. So, again, Dan Quinn doesn't want to hold people's hands. He doesn't. You can already tell. Quinn equals hot seat. Sark equals FOH. Manuel should be spared. Johnny, no. Sorry, buddy. Can't agree with that. Quinn isn't in the hot seat because he's been trying to build this, and you shouldn't put someone on a hot seat because of injuries. Marquette Manuel hasn't called anything with his current set of guys, injuries or not, has not called anything to put us in the top 15 and top 10 in defenses. And Sark has not done anything with or without injuries. So of the Sark hire, just because of the Sark hire, I think that's kind of silly, especially after 2 winning seasons, and a 500 season, and now you have your first losing season and you're under fire. That's too quick. Think about it for just a second. That's too quick to want to get rid of people. You're too quick, too trigger happy. And then what happens when you get rid of Dan Quinn and then you don't have anybody to become the new head coach? And don't tell me Greg Knapp's the head coach, because that's just silliness. Did the announcers just say that we should keep Sark, stick to play-by-play guys? Ugh. DQ should be calling plays. He has no idea how to call offensive plays, but defensive plays, he does it. Lost to the Browns. The whole season has been bad, but we should not use this season as a reason why we should springboard Dan Quinn out of the head coaching position. He's only been here for 4 years. What do you want from the man? I feel like I always have to talk people off of bridges and off of cliffs when it's that simple. It's just like, step back. How long has Dan Quinn been here? How successful has he been? How successful has his drafting been? How successful has his player development been? How successful has his offense coordinators been? He's had 2 different offensive coordinators since being here. I just don't think it's that big of a deal to keep Dan Quinn, keep the identity that's actually working, and obviously keep the player development that we didn't have with Mike Smith. And just get new offensive coordinators that actually know what they're doing. With Shanahan under, Johnny, that right there is the reason why you're so quick to fire people, so that you can just find a way to get lightning in a bottle. It takes time to build these things. People are so quick to fire people. 2nd and 8. No pressure on Jameis Winston. He throws a bad ball, almost gets intercepted by Neesman. Why haven't the backups stepped up? What backups? What are you talking about? Like, we haven't drafted any defensive linemen outside of Tack, Vic, and Grady. Sanat is a rookie this year. Sanat's been doing well. I'll do a breakdown on him. I'll do a breakdown on him. He's been doing really, really well. We've drafted nobody else, and as far as the defensive line is concerned, Jameis with all day easily finds Evans for another catch. Falcons defense cannot get to Jameis Winston. He just scrambles around and throws. Falcons don't make the playoffs next season. You still think the DQ will be here? Yes, I do. One bad year of injuries does not mean that the Falcons should fire Dan Quinn. And another year, if the Falcons don't make it to the playoffs, still to me would not mean that Dan Quinn gets fired if we're trying to adjust our coordinators. So even if they go 5-11, why are we pulling out these obscure scenarios? Like I'm very confused why we're pulling out very obscure scenarios to be like, if this exactly happens, should we fire Dan Quinn? It's like, what's going on? Like, I don't get it. Winston is just getting positive yard after positive yard. Houston tied the game up at 3 and now just scored a touchdown with Deshaun Watson on a run. Option play. 10-3. Another run by Tampa and pushes right up the middle and gets a first down. I just don't understand why Johnny is so quick to be like, yeah, let's fire Quinn. Let's get him out of here and get somebody else. Because you do know that if you fire Quinn, no matter whether it's on the current roster of coaches or it's someone from the outside, it would change the whole philosophy how we do things. You do understand that, right? Jameis Winston just throws out of bounds after a little bit of pressure there. Bruce Irvin with the pressure there. And that hurt. He came flying in. Let's watch Bruce off the right edge here. He's going to come against the left tackle, stay there, dive in, and yeah, he just took a tumble there. He took a little tumble there. It's fine. Another run by Tampa right up the middle, able to gain easy yards. Nope, stopped by Campbell. I hope they don't throw a flag at the end of that. Campbell and whoever this running back is getting in each other's faces. They are a business, but what's good for business? Johnny. Everyone else just chill out for a second. Don't respond to Johnny. Johnny, I want you to tell me straight to my face. Why should we fire Dan Quinn after bringing us to 8-8, going to the Super Bowl the next year, going to the playoffs the year after that, and then having a bad year this year? Tell me. Winston looking. Winston sacked. And there is your tack sack. There's your tack sack. I'll get that covered later. Playoffs doesn't equal good year, dude. Wait, what? Wait. Competing while other teams went and sat on their couches, still competing while other teams are sitting on their couches is not good? Wait. So you're telling me the only way we can have a good year is if we win a Super Bowl? No, I can't agree with that. I'm sorry. You can have good years that are 8-8 years. You can have good years that are 9-7, 10-6, 11-5. You know, one and done in the playoff. Second week of the playoff, divisional round. Winning an NFC championship. Even if you lose a Super Bowl or you don't make it well into the playoffs, making it to the playoffs is what you're doing this all for. If we're not doing it for the playoffs, what are we doing it for? You know? If we're not doing it for the playoffs, then what are we doing it for? If we're not doing it to get to the playoffs, then what's the point? What's the point of doing it? Yes, but what do you have to do to be able to go to the Super Bowl? You have to get to the playoffs. I call that success. I call that success. If you don't call that success, then you have a warped sense of success. Put a dislike on my video and go ahead and leave. You gotta have success, which means that you have to get to the playoffs. You're successful if you get to the playoffs. You're unsuccessful if you don't get to the playoffs. But if depending on how you're building your team and the struggles from the year before, not making to the playoffs but having a winning record is successful. What's going on, Laffy Taffy Lover? Good to see you. LA Dirty Bird, what's going on, man? Rise up, stay grounded. Got to be consistent. Got to be at the top of your game. Sometimes you get lucky. Look at the Giants, 9-7, went to the playoffs, got hot, went to the Super Bowl. Look at the Patriots, they went 18-0 and went to the Super Bowl and lost. You know, or something along those lines. Yeah, I feel a bounce back year next year. I don't think the offense will struggle too much either if Kubiak comes in. You're happy with that? I'm happy with my team going to the playoffs. Gives them an opportunity to go to a Super Bowl. I'm happy with my team going to the playoffs. I don't know about you. Maybe you've got your expectations all the way up here, and I got my expectations here. My expectations are here because I go, it takes 17 weeks to figure out if you can go to the playoffs. If my team goes to the playoffs, we did it. We did exactly what we need to do. And if my team doesn't go to the playoffs, oh well, we have to continue to rebuild. But whether they went to the playoffs or not, it's still a building process, no matter what. Jack Savage, I don't know, man. To be honest with you, it's there's a lot in between now and 5 years. But I guess if I were to forecast it, I would say that the Falcons right now, they're in a volatile state right now. They're in a very, very interesting state. You know that the defensive offensive coordinators will most likely need to be let go. More veteran leadership needs to come in, and there's still plenty of time for them to be able to build stuff. Matt Ryan out of play action throws Ridley with the catch and the first down. And by the way, the Buccaneers, I was talking the entire time. These takes are unbelievable. I know. If you can't enjoy a season unless we win a Super Bowl, why even watch football then? Yeah. If you can't enjoy football game to game and then enjoy that we maybe got into the playoffs, maybe not, you can't enjoy the ride all the way and watch the player development, then you don't need to watch football, man. Quick throw out to Sanu. Sanu's going to break through this wide receiver screen and going to take it for a first down. Nice first down up almost to midfield. Great job, Sanu. Great job, Sanu. So I can already feel the dislikes on this video because people's like, we need to win Super Bowls. That's the only way to determine success. I'm like, oh, God, here we go. So sad. So sad what Falcons fans have turned into lately. It's why I've actually been giving them a hard time. I've been giving Falcons fans a hard time lately. There's going to be a false start on Atlanta. 5-yard penalty. Falcons fans recently, well, no, actually, Falcons fans since our most recent Super Bowl, have been the worst, and it's been hard with this channel. It's been hard with this channel, trying to get everybody together and understand that we need to be under an umbrella and we need to protect each other. Ryan back, steps in the pocket, gets sacked. Jason Pierre-Paul with the sack there. Ryan Schrader could not protect. Uh, 28-3. How can you forget that? You move on. Maybe it's hard for everybody in here to move on, but you got to move on. You just got to move on. Ryan has no ability to escape and run. And that's not the quarterback he is. Close to midfield, back down to the 40, 2nd and 18. Ryan back, throws underneath to Hill. Hill's going to try to take it to the outside. He's going to escape a couple of tackles, and he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. They'll actually give him a yard past the original line of scrimmage. And now a flag comes out. Schrader's finished. Might be. I wouldn't mind Dexter Lawrence coming in, but most Falcons fans are so personal foul. 74. Sombrilo with a personal foul after the play. This team's kind of at the very end here is imploding. Yeah. Oh, boy. So 3rd and 24. Ryan back. Steps back into the pocket. Deep throw. And try to get to Julio Jones and just a little bit of an overthrow there. Just too much coverage down there. So, yeah. I mean, you hate when he throws that trash, but like, what's the play? What's the play that you would dial up for Matt Ryan on a 3rd and 24, and they're playing 3 or 4 back there? You know what? You can just throw it underneath or something, or draw a play. They're expecting it. I'm still happy with getting the NFC Championship, but don't lie and say you don't hope for more, you know? I'm not lying. My expectations maybe are not like your expectations. I'm not lying. The expectations for this team is always, let's have a winning record by the end of the season. That's what I feel. That's always how I felt. My expectations have always been low. They've always been low to make sure that I don't throw my expectations all the way out the window and hope for a Super Bowl every year and always come up disappointed and angry and upset like most Atlanteans. Like, that's exactly how it always goes, is like most people from Atlanta get their expectations so goddamn high, and then suddenly at the end of it all, they come back and go, we didn't get a Super Bowl, so fire everybody, restart everything, and get somebody that can win. And it's a process. It takes time to do so. And I'm not lying to anyone at all. I'm genuine. That's why I do these live shows. I do them because I'm genuine and I'm honest and I'm open. I don't have any expectations for the team ever. I just always go, we can be this or we can be that. We can be this or we can be that. But that doesn't mean that that's the reality of the situation. No expectations, but hope as a fan to win the Super Bowl. You're not upset when you don't make it, but is that not the goal? Am I upset that we don't go to the Super Bowl? as any fan should be. They'll be upset. But does that mean that it's a bad season? No. Yeah, you always have to step back and take a look at everything that's happened during that season, the development, how well the offense did, how well the defense did, what holes that we need to plug, what things that we need to go after to make the team better. And ultimately, that's where I get excited about football, the internal things instead of the external, like bigger picture, or the smaller picture. I look at the bigger picture and go, wow, this is a lot of fun to watch all of this and kind of perceive it as such, versus trying to go in and go, we had better win a Super Bowl this year or heads are going to roll, and say that every single 12 months and always bring yourself to the conclusion that nothing's ever going to get better because you always ask for something different over and over and over and over. Putting an hourglass with very little sand inside, and expecting for you to have enough time to build something is never going to work, ever. Jameis Winston gets away from one. There's going to be a holding. And they're going to stop the play, actually. What's going on here? We got our... Look. They called holding on Vic there. I guess the real is I'm just not that kind of person. I'm sorry. I like building things and becoming a turtle dynasty and becoming hard shell and you can't beat it and it's just so big. But I just don't, I'm sorry, I just don't, I don't get disappointed by losing big. In the moment, yes. But in the grand scheme of things, you know, that 2016 loss only hung around for about 6 months for me. And then that was over. It was over. It was done for me. I moved on. I was ready to go. And I looked at the good things and at the bad things and understood that Dan Quinn's building something very, very special. But I'm just happy with our team winning games, to be honest. And when we lose games, I look at what we've done right, what we've done wrong, and where we can be. You know, that's just where I stand. I don't know if you agree with that or not, but that's just where I stand. I'm just not the average fan that's like, we've got to win, we've got to make the playoffs, we've got to make the Super Bowl. I want to build a goddamn Mack truck that runs over everyone, running and passing and being a great defense. I want that. That's what I want. And I know that takes time. That takes a lot of time. So 4 years is nowhere near enough. Grady frickin' Jarrett, bro. And that will be a 4th down. Ham. Pay Grady Jarrett. Grady Jarrett goes up, slips right through, big time tackle. Man, Grady's so good. Man. We're going to pay him. We're going to pay him good money. I'm happy about that. Punt is away, and it is going to be near the 20-yard line. Hall's going to try to take it, and he's going to slip through all the way to the 30-yard line. So Falcons with some better field position than they've had. You're going to miss Big Beasley? Yeah, I mean, Beasley is cool. Like, I want him to continue to play. Brady outside throws on a 14-0 lead, makes it a 21-3 lead. And the Patriots are locking this up. They'll probably be taking Brady out eventually. So I hope you don't have to agree, but I hope that everyone in here understands where I'm coming from. Falcons start on the 30-yard line here. They're going to hand it off to Tevin Coleman. He's going to bounce it to the outside, follow his blockers, and actually work his way all the way for a 1st down, a gain of 11. Great job by Tevin Coleman. Gonna miss him if we don't try to retain him. Nice 11-yard run there by Tevin Coleman. Why does he think that he's worth that much? That was an AJC rumor. Look, dude, I don't believe anything that AJC puts out. They try to clickbait me. Play action for Ryan. Ryan over the middle throws. Batted down, intended for Julio Jones. Our wide receivers don't look like they're trying to fight for these balls. Ryan's putting out some pretty ones, and the Buccaneers are just batting them down. Let's just run the ball, man. Just run the ball. Let's see if there's anybody else open. Man, this is how you know it's the offensive coordinator. Great throw, terrible routes. Just like, there was only 2 guys that were actually down the field, and they ran to the same place. This OC is bad. Falcons on 2nd and 10. Going to hand this ball off to Tico. Tico's going to run, and he's going to gain 2. They had enough defenders over there to push the line. Sark doesn't make any adjustments. He doesn't have any type of different game planning. 3rd and long here, 3rd and 8. A win today would send the Buccaneers, and here's the 2-minute warning. It would send the Buccaneers into a, we can keep Jameis Winston and Derek Carter. I don't know if any team's going to want Alfred. I don't know, man. But I see that the chat is quite lively today. They are quite upset about some of the stuff that I'm saying. But I don't think it's wrong to say anything that I'm saying. Low expectations, disappointed in the moment. I like what Dan Quinn's doing here. I don't like what Sark is doing here. You can tell there's a difference between the Shanahan play calling and the Sarkisian play calling. You know there's a difference. You can see it with your eyes. You can see the same level of play from Matt Ryan from both of the 2-year period with Shanahan and the 2-year period with Sarkisian. You can see that it's not a Ryan problem. You can see it's an offensive coordinator problem. So if you see that with your eyes, you go, this is not good enough. This isn't good enough. So 2 years with Sarkisian have been a waste of time. 2 years with Shanahan, we went from being a bad team to 8-8 to Super Bowl. So a good OC with Matt Ryan's going to do damage to a team, period. We don't have to talk about rankings. We don't have to talk about who's a leader or not. We can just talk about a bad OC, a good OC with 2 years, a bad OC with the same weapons, but has had 2 years. You can tell that there's a difference. So, guy like Kubiak coming into Atlanta, I have no problem giving him the reins and going, you drive the horse. You take the horse to town, water it, feed it, brush it, do whatever you want, and then bring it back and you have the keys to the car. Take it. I don't want it. That's what Dan Quinn is most likely saying to every offensive coordinator that he talks to, is that I don't want the reins. I want to worry about my head coaching responsibilities and my fucking defense. Yeah, the players don't want to play for Sark. You're 100% correct, Jamal. Good to see you, by the way. Rise up. Haven't seen you in a half minute. Yeah, Ryan just, like, there's no places for Ryan to throw anything because there's no creativity all over the field. How long do you think it will take for Ryan to adjust to Kubiak's offense? Depends on what Kubiak wants to run. Does he want to run it a little more Shanahan? Does he want to, well, I mean, his dad and Kubiak were the ones who made this kind of offense. So, and we have all the pieces to run it. 3rd and 8, Matt Ryan back. Pressure from Vita Vea. Ryan throws, adjusts, popped up. Double cover on Julio. Ryan's just like, look, you're telling me to run these particular routes. There goes the routes. There's nobody open. Where am I supposed to throw the ball to? Okay, I'll force it there. Take it, Julio. And Julio's like, bounce off his hands. That's actually Hardy that was supposed to be getting that ball, and he was double covered. And that was thrown behind Hardy because of pressure behind him from Vita Vea, who Bucks fans are saying that they want to call him a bust already. Lord. Bosher hit, so they're going to throw that flag. Bosher was hit, so there is going to be a penalty. 0-5 on third down today. Ryan sucks today. Chadu, look at the routes. Look at what the Buccaneers are doing to cover. It's not that. It's not that. God, Chadu. They hit Bosher, and yet they called us for a holding penalty. I know what today is all going to be about. Yeah, Kubiak says he wants to be an offensive coordinator again. He's told all 32 teams that he wants to be an offensive coordinator. And then Schefter reported today. What's going on, Cody? Good to see you, buddy. This will change how things are going to be. Chargers GM leaves door open for tight end Hunter Henry to return. Quick throw to Humphries. He's going to take the ball close to the 50-yard line. Darren Bevel, if you guys go to my Discord, I'm going to be talking about that later today in the voice chat. But Darren Bevel has a lot of concepts that would work with us here. Winston throws and is drilled by Grady Jarrett on a late rush there and throws it straight into the ground. So we're bull today. Yeah, it's not great. Good job by Grady Jarrett there with that hit. Good job. Bevel is terrible. I've heard conflicting reports, but Tom Cable would have to come in as the running coordinator. Bevel doesn't know how to do running offense. But again, that's just one way you could talk about it. Throw over the middle, easily caught. Falcons coverage is absolutely horrid. And they move it to the 30-yard line of Atlanta. Do you think this is going to be the best offseason? I don't know, man. That's up in the air. Throw deep and touchdown. Touchdown Bucks. Deep touchdown to the Bucks. And who was on the coverage there? Let's watch who the coverage was. It was Campbell. This was a beautiful throw. A little long, but I still liked it. Who dat? That was Niesman. That was the closest. Niesman was the closest guy to be able to get to him, and Trufant was, his shoes were stuck in quicksand. Yeah. We'll figure out how this team kind of moves around. Like I said to everyone, this team, get ready for people you like and people you don't like to all be gone. Get ready for some change, because change is coming. You can't trade Trufant because Trufant's contract would leave us with so much dead money that you would wish that we still had Trufant back. Trufant's contract is cancer. Go look at Trufant's contract. Just look up Desmond Trufant contract, and it's like so much dead money. It's an ungodly amount of dead money for multiple years. It's so bad. It's so bad. Manuel's defense is getting torched today. Yeah, spot rack. Spot rack. I think, yeah, like 7.5 million or like $9 million in dead cap for 1 year. And then like another year is like another 6 million. How do you fix it? Well, you'd have to either get a restructure on Trufant, probably not happening, or wait till 2021 when you can actually get rid of Trufant. So you might have another 2 years with Desmond and then be able to get out of there. Chadu, man, you need to chill out or I'm going to put you on timeout. So the kick to the Falcons on a 17-0 game with 46 seconds left in the second. Who would become the DC if Manuel leaves? That's the bigger question. That's the one. Everybody in the chat, I want you to find a defensive coordinator that you think might come in and replace Marquette Manuel, because I don't know who it is, man. Think about it. Ryan trying to get his guys in the huddle. He's pissed off. But they only have 14 seconds to snap this ball, and look at the defense. 3 timeouts for Atlanta, 46 seconds. Ryan back, looking, throws to the outside, going to be caught by Mohamed Sanu, and he'll get out of bounds. Close to another first down. Ryan's trying to get these guys going. Todd Bowles would be so good. His multiple defense, even though that it's a base 34, I think they could flip that around and make it a base 43 with 34 looks, diamond nickel combinations. I think that would be a lot of fun. Dan Quinn and Todd Bowles are very smart characters. They know how to run their stuff. I think it would be a lot of fun to see them do what they're doing. But not a lot of Falcons fans want Bowles here, even though Bowles has had his historically good defenses. Good pass by Ryan to Hooper, and he actually did not get out of bounds, and time is running, and they call a timeout with 32 seconds left. Ryan trying to lead them down there. Past midfield at this point. Big hit. Big Todd. Yeah, I'd like Todd Bowles. I don't know. Tell me in the chat if you guys like Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles is an Andy Reid guy. Interesting. Matt Ryan, 9 of 16 for 102 yards today. Looks like he will not be breaking his record. And will not be getting over 5,000 today. He would need another 300 yards. Why no Todd, Cody? Tell me, man. Yeah, Dexter Valch, what's going on, man? Rise up, stay grounded. Haven't seen you in a half minute. Good to see you, buddy. I like seeing some of my regulars come back in, some of the grounders that have been here for a long time. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Dex. Hope you're doing well, man. Ryan back in 1st and 10, a little bit of pressure. Looking, throws towards the sideline. Caught by Austin Hooper and out of bounds. Austin Hooper, man. Austin freaking Hooper, man. Austin Hooper, bro. He's so good. For this offense, for what Matt Ryan needs, I already said this in a live stream, but Matt Ryan needs play action. Matt Ryan needs hurry up. Matt Ryan needs to have his own check downs, and Matt Ryan needs a hell of a tight end and a running game that builds into a passing game. That's Matt Ryan, man. He just does well doing that. Ryan back, pressure, throws underneath to Tevin Coleman. Coleman's going to try to jet up the field. They're going to have to call a timeout here with 24 seconds, and I'll call that short here. Adam Gase. Gase is interviewing for the head coaching job in New York and in Green Bay, if I remember correctly. I don't know who Vic Fangino is. Maybe I'll take a look at that later. Yeah, Austin Hooper and Eric Saubert both have shown me through the whole season and through last season as well that they deserve touches. Whoever comes in here, and if it's Kubiak, we'll see a lot of tight end throwing. But man, oh man. Hooper and Saubert would just be a hell of a tight end duo if they played Saubert some more. And then somebody said something about it was Arizona or something, trading a pick or something to get Harbaugh. It was weird. I don't know. Ryan back in the shotgun on 2nd and 1. He's going to have time. Good block. Throws to the end zone. Touchdown! Julio Jones! Put those plain emojis in the chat, boys, because we got a Julio Jones touchdown. Touchdown, JJ. Touchdown. Hashtag Jet Jones. Let's go, boy. Let's go. Which, by the way, just want to quickly state, as we're celebrating this touchdown, good job, Julio Jones, wouldn't it be interesting if Todd Bowles was brought in as the defensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons, and the rumor at the trade deadline was that the Falcons were looking to trade Vic Beasley, and the Jets were looking to get rid of Leonard Williams? Think about that. Think about that for a second. Todd Bowles comes in as the Falcons defensive coordinator after getting fired by the Jets. The Jets want to get rid of Leonard Williams. The Falcons need a defensive end, defensive tackle. That would be interesting. Most receiving yards per game in a single season opponent since 1970. Julio Jones is now at 119.8 versus Tampa. Jeremy, I don't know, but it's a strength of Matt Ryan. Running no huddle is a strength of Matt Ryan. Just got to do it, man. Just got to do it. That would be cool. I would be down with it. Matt Ryan, 15th straight game with something record. It went by too fast. So Bosher with a kick. This is going to go to the side of the end zone. They're going to bring it out to the 10, to the 15, back to the 15, to the 20, back to the 25, and out of bounds, almost near the 30-yard line. Yeah. JETS. Suck. That's funny, man. I love the grounders. I love everybody that comes in here and talks with us. It's so much fun. It really is. It's a lot of fun. Why is Bosher always close to tackling somebody, man? Bosher's always close to hitting somebody, and when he does hit somebody, it's always fun. Bosher was like, I'm going to hit you. Tampa Bay on their first down with about 10 seconds left. Throws over the middle of the field, and they're going to get it past the 50, almost to the 45 of Atlanta. They're going to call a timeout with 4 seconds left. Maybe take a shot at the end zone here. Jack Savage says, grounder for life. Jack, thank you. I really appreciate it. I hope I haven't missed any live actions or anything. But no PSN yesterday donated $2 to the Super Chat because he's a baller. Yeah, Alford beat again, and Poole. Alford and Poole. Yeah. I love when you guys come in here, say some clever shit, make me laugh my ass off. I love it. Well, Black Monday is tomorrow. Yep. All the firings happen, people get let go. Tack getting close for another sack here. Winston just throws it up in the air. Batted away. And so 17-7. And I believe we were the ones who kicked off, so we will get the ball back in the second half. Who will get fired? From James C. Olberton III. Good to see you, buddy. Rise up, stay grounded. Another one of our current grounders who is a veteran here. He makes our defense look small. Yeah, we got a lot of specialty guys on defense. Very small guys. Sark. Sark Manuel from Atlanta. I don't know about position coaches or stuff like that. But I can tell you right now that there's going to be a lot of head coaching decisions being made throughout the whole league. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw some real crazy big name leave. Guys, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, hit that notification bell on the front page. I'd really appreciate it. Definitely hit that like button on this video if you're enjoying yourself and having a fun time. We're going to take a small commercial break as they take their halftime report. Then we'll be back in about 2 minutes, and we'll go over the scores of the rest of the other games. And yeah, man. I'll change the battery on the video right now, and we'll get to it. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in just a moment. Okay, guys, we are back. Sorry for that. Just need to take a break. You know, you're talking for like 3-4 hours, especially after doing the game yesterday. Oh, it is tiring. We're going to be doing a Discord chat after this, so definitely go check out the Discord. Link is in the description of this video. Go check out all of the links that we have going on right now. In fact, actually, while we are taking a break for just a second, I'm going to check out all the links and make sure that they are working. We are sitting at the 10th place right now, and it looks like the lowest that we can go is 7, and the highest that we can go is 15. So it all depends on who's winning, who's losing. Make sure you keep yourself in the loop. And check out Tankathon, which is a great draft order mock draft site. Also, go check out Spot Rack. Right now, they have us taking Jeffrey Simmons, 6'4", 300 pounds, defensive tackle, out of Mississippi State, which I would be absolutely in love with. That would be amazing. Discord. Boop. Hit the Discord button. Open that Discord so I can get that link so that I can make sure that link is updated for you guys so that you guys can join us a little bit later when we have our our chat going. I'm out in the shadows in my room. Jesus, here we go. Invite people. Set this link to never expire. Copy that link. Go into my settings. Update the link. Discord. Skr. But we got the new website, the Twitch, the Discord. You can buy some merch. And, of course, you can support the show monthly on Patreon or do a one-time donation on PayPal, or on here through the Super Chat donations. And then, of course, my Twitter and my Instagram are at the bottom of the description in this video. So, yeah, that would be so much fun. Saw your tape, one of Voch Lombardi's live streams, that you hated Clelin Ferrell. What kind of Clemson fan are you, and how could you possibly hate someone who has done so much for the Tigers? I guess, Cody, it comes down to the fact that as a Clemson fan, I like him in college, but as a Clemson fan, I know what he's going to translate into the NFL. And unless he's taken time, unless you take time with Clelin Ferrell, he's just a bigger Vic Beasley. And if he's not used properly, then you're going to hate Clelin Ferrell. You're really going to hate Clelin Ferrell. So I love all the boys that come out of Clemson. Don't get me twisted, but I can't see him having a bright future unless he's taken care of. You have no idea what he's going to translate into the NFL. Way better prospect than Beasley, but I thought Beasley was going to be a great prospect too. I'm not going to be fooled. I know what Clelin Ferrell is. And I wish him all the success in the NFL. I just don't think it's even close. I don't think it's even close when we're talking about Clelin Ferrell and Vic Beasley's ability to do what they're doing, and who the best edge rushers are in this class. This class of edge rushers is a no-go for me. Would you grab a DT if we grab Leonard? That's a good question. If we got Leonard, I don't know how you can do that. How can you base what a man can do based off what another man could do? It's because I watch tape. It's because I watch every Clemson game. It's because I'm a real Clemson fan that watches every single game and watches the deficiencies that he has in college and the things that he can do in college. Translate that with other Clemson defensive ends, similar size and shape, similar athletic ability, and understand exactly what he can do. Like, Cody, you're like going after the jugular here, and I'm just literally telling you what I've watched. What okay. Like, what? If Voch and I are saying the same exact thing, why? So why are you talking about Vic Beasley? It has nothing to do with Ferrell, because we're talking about the same way that Ferrell would be used here and who you're replacing. If you're replacing Vic Beasley, Derek Shelby, and Brooks Reed as defensive ends, which one of these guys that does Clelin Ferrell, what snaps does he take? Does he take Brooks Reed stuff? He's definitely not a strong side defensive end. I know that for a fact, or a base strong side defensive end. He's more of a pass rusher. I would say that he's more of a Takk McKinley pass rusher, but he's definitely not like Takk McKinley. Quick throw by Matt Ryan to Julio Jones for about a 7-yard reception here. Call it 2nd and 3. Vic Beasley, like, that's the closest that Ferrell would be used for us as a linebacker defensive end, but that's not who he is. He'd have to be more of a tack. So that's not complementing what we're doing. That would mean that he's only playing nickel looks. So I guess just think of it as like, what are the Falcons' needs? What are these guys translating to? And what snaps would these guys take? And how would they be used in our system? And Ferrell probably would get used the same way that Takk gets used. Would he be an upgrade over Beasley and Shelby and Reed? I've no doubt in my mind, Cody, that he would be an upgrade to any of those. But would he solidify or alleviate one of the needs that we have? No, he would not. That's definitely got to be holding, right? Matt Ryan's just running for his life, throws it out of bounds, gets out of the pocket. Jake Matthews got beat there. I could see that, Pantera. I could see that. Just got to wonder where that money's going to come from, right? Did Dexter Lawrence fail a drug test? He did. So, and if Farrell goes back to school, then we don't even have this conversation, do we? He has another year of work. That's actually something that Evan Thompson just brought up. Quick wide receiver screen to the outside. Gage runs it out and gets thrown down out of bounds. And here comes a flag. So, what kind of Clemson fan are you? Just like going in with a knife, man. Jeez, Cody. Chill out. I watch tape on all the prospects, and why do I bring up Vic Beasley? Because that's the same type of person that we need. And does Farrell fit that? Or Farrell, does he fit that? They're going to call it on Atlanta? There's 2 face masks there, but then he gets thrown down after the play. First down, Atlanta. Would Grady? Are you talking about Grady? Would Grady be okay with 7-10? You'd have to explain that, Pantera. Oh, 7-10 mil? No. Grady's gonna command like 14 mil a season. At least. Oh, all right. That's the last time I post on Reddit. The Reddit guys are something else, man. Community of haters. Ryan on the outside, he's going to run it, and he's actually going to get close to a first down. They're going to give him a favorable spot here for a first down. Because I remember you typed the word hate. Maybe misspoke, but there would be no reason to hate Cleveland as a person or as a prospect. I don't... Okay. All right. So now, all right. So now, I don't hate Cleveland Farrell as a person. God, why, man, I'm being critiqued on little words that I use. I'm being critiqued on little words that I use. Thank you, Cody, for critiquing my words. I really appreciate that. I don't like, how about that? I don't like Cleveland Farrell as an Atlanta Falcon. There. I don't like Cleveland Farrell in the first round in the top 10 picks as an Atlanta Falcon. I don't think he gives us what we need. He doesn't benefit from taking Vic Beasley's spot. It does not work that way for us. Sorry. That's just how I feel. I will make sure that I do not use the word hate from now on. Salute to Ghost Peppers. Rise up. Stay grounded. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Oh, boy. So, anywho. Today's been so touchy. Everybody's been so touchy. Little nitpicky thing. Okay, whatever, man. Greedy Williams be okay to draft from 7 to 10? Pantera, whose spot are you playing Greedy Williams in? Because Greedy Williams in the top 10 is going to be a starting corner for you. Whose spot is he taking? Like, tell me whose spot is he taking? Like that's just it right there. Whose spot is he taking? Pull Jeremy, cut Alfred. Okay, cut Alfred. Oliver is now your starter. Get rid of Trufant. You can't get rid of Trufant. It would be Trufant, Alfred, and what? You're putting Greedy Williams in the slot? You used a top 10 pick to get Greedy Williams to play him in the slot. You got a slot corner in the first round. It'd be Trufant, Oliver. Like Oliver, it's like somebody forgets that Oliver is here. Trufant, Oliver, and even if you kept Alfred, then you just got Greedy Williams. What is that for? Like, tell me what that is for. A backup role? A nickel corner? That's what you're playing. That's what you're paying Greedy Williams top 10 money from the draft to be. And then eventually what? Take over for, this would be a long-term solution, like at least 3 years early to draft a corner to take over Trufant's spot. No, dude, come on. Think about starters. Think about guys that need to be drafted in a particular round to take a particular spot. Think about the spots that we have going on. I'm sorry, I'm a little testy right now because Cody got me all fucking testy. KZ is the nickel CB. True, KZ is the nickel CB. So now you don't have anywhere to go for a Greedy Williams or DeAndre Baker. You don't have anything to go. Matt Ryan back, looks, throws to the other side of the field from right to left, or excuse me, from left to right, and he's going to hit Sanu for a first down, a short gain there. Why hasn't Oliver been playing when Trufant has been horrible? Because they have to play Alfred out. They have to play Alfred out. This is just that Dan Quinn thing, man, about like, I want to play my guys, I want to put them out there, but I don't want to get burnt like the Jalen Collins situation, which I bet is 100% why he's not got his guy. Deep throw to Julio and incomplete, out of bounds. Let's see here. Oliver will probably be a lot better next year. Most corners struggle in their rookie seasons. Correct. Even Jalen Collins didn't get real starting time. 400 catches in the Super Bowl. That's funny. That's actually hilarious. I love that. 11 minutes, 6 seconds left in the third. 2nd and 10 inside BUCS territory. Say inside the 20. Going to hand the ball off. And Tevin Coleman's going to get hit behind the line or at the line, and they're going to lose a little bit here. Yeah, I'd take Simmons, but then, okay, listen to this, Pantera. No one Greedy Williams because it's not a need and there's nowhere for him to start. Great job by Vita Vea, by the way. That was amazing. But then the Falcons are all against domestic violence and against problems with drugs or off the field issues. And Simmons has a domestic violence issue spanning back from like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. So here's the Atlanta Falcons organization probably skipping on Simmons too because they need clean guys. Matt Ryan with 5 wide looks, throws towards the sideline. He's going to hit Julio Jones for a first down. And on a 3rd and 10, the Falcons do complete and move the ball. Julio Jones is a freaking beast. It's true. 36 people in here, only 15 likes. Let's hit that like button, guys. Let's get this video up. Matt Ryan saw Julio open up. He was looking over the middle of the field, saw Julio open up on the side, and was able to hit him. Got to make Julio a compliment piece. Don't make Julio into the number 1 guy. Make Julio one of the guys. Do you only evaluate players for the Falcons or just in general? Genuine question. I genuinely go over the entire draft class. Hold on one second. Matt Ryan with a play action just chucks it into the end zone and out the back of it. They had too much pressure up the middle there, 2nd and goal. I usually evaluate the entire draft class as a whole with Vach Lombardi. And we have our own opinions, so we'll watch the same tape at different times and then come together and compare notes and then do a video. And I'll believe one thing and usually he'll believe another, but a lot of the times we actually do intersect and say about the same thing. Then once I've kind of gotten familiar with the class and wildcat formation here, and there is going to be only 1 yard gain by the Atlanta Falcons. I don't know why we're doing wildcat in the red zone. Jesus Christ. But then when the Falcons start bringing in official 30 visits, workouts, combine visits, discussions, things of that nature. Once the Falcons are saying that they're talking to people or bringing them in for workouts or official 30s or having meetings with particular players, then I'll concentrate on those players alone and kind of do videos on them and figure out what they would do in Atlanta and how they would work. A lot of movement, double round, throws it to Ryan. Ryan catches it for a touchdown. Ah, Philly special! Philly special! Matt Ryan with a touchdown! Ha! Ha! All you Matt Ryan haters, Matt Ryan caught a touchdown. What are you gonna do now? Oh, man, we had to bring out trick plays to make Sarkisian's offense work. Think about that for a second. And Sanu threw the touchdown to Ryan. That is absolutely funny. Oh, my God. All right, and the Falcons with the extra point with Matt Money Bryant, and that makes it a 14-17 game. Oh, my goodness. That was funny as hell. Everybody's like, Ryan's going out to catch something. Yes, he's athletic enough to catch the ball and run a route. Oh, man. When do you start thinking about the future center role, says Carlton Nash? Yeah, that's going to be tough. You either need to start thinking about it this year or next. Don't know how much time Alex Mack has, and we're going to have to redo a deal with him anyway in the next couple of years. So, for me, where we're sitting right at this very moment, I don't think it's a super need, but on my list, I can't remember when I sent that list, but I was like, defensive tackle is the number one need, and like quarterback and fullback is like the least need. And I ranked them from like 1 to 13. And I wish I had tweeted that out instead of losing that. But from 1 to 13, like defensive tackle was number 1, and like quarterback and fullback was down below. And I think I had center in like the top 8 or top 7 needs. But that's just offensive line in general. Our offensive line has to get younger. It just has to get younger. So, both the defensive line and the offensive line need to be retooled. This is just a line draft. You know it, I know it, we all know it. Damn, we can do the Philly special too. Everybody can do the Philly special. Everybody can do the Philly special. Wow. Cole sent a photo. A wild Dan appears. Goodness grief. Now people are memeing me. Oh boy. Who did you say for linebacker in your mock draft? Well, for a while I had Kendall Joseph. I believe that's his name. And then Dakota from Texas Tech. I saw some of his tape, but he's not great in coverage. So we might have to get a hybrid safety linebacker that might be able to play what we're doing, because the next question is, to all the people that are watching right now, 40 people in the chat, do you keep Brian Poole? Because the only way to keep Brian Poole is put a second round tender worth $3.5 million on it. Do you do it? You know? Connie was electric last night. And then also there were times where Connie was a ghost last night. So click that like button, hit that notification bell, and definitely subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys continue to watch us today. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun so far. I had a great time with you guys. Been heated today. I've answered genuine questions, had to straighten people out today. God, And this is from the guy that has very little sleep right now. Very little sleep. All right, so the Bucs will start on their own 25-yard line. They hand the ball off, spin out from a tackle here, and a hell of a run by this Bucs running back, Barber. Peyton Barber? Yeah, 9-yard gain, and Olakun and Crawford had him in the backfield, and they missed. And then everybody was trying to bring him down. KZ was the only one that brought him down. I'm back. Oh, man. Eyes are all beat up. Good screen, and Evans breaks it to the 30-yard line of Atlanta. And so with one play, the Bucs are able to go all the way to our side of the field without any problem. What do you do with Brian Hill? Man, Brian Hill, I don't know. Alfred went way off of his guy. Then both Poole and Alfred couldn't even get a block. And then, you know, it's Mike Evans. Mike Evans is going to just absolutely blow you up. KZ was able to cut him off. Brian Hill, man, I don't know. You keep him on the practice squad? Do you keep him on to work with Freeman and Ito because you might lose Coleman? Poole's coming off the field now. Deion Jones even playing? I don't know if Deion's playing. That's kind of weird. Lieutenant Dan, permission to do 2 shots, sir. I don't have any alcohol to do shots. Some people came over for a Christmas party and drank all our alcohol. I don't have any more alcohol, so oh well, nothing I can do. But you are more than welcome to do your own shots at home. Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised by that. Falcons with some pressure from Olakun up the middle. Vic Beasley too. And then just the throwaway there by Jameis Winston, 2nd and 10. Yep. Why would you go under that route, Alfred? Because he's weird. Who's your favorite draft prospects? I mean, I'm biased. I try not to get my bias in the way, but I'm not as big of a fan of Dexter Lawrence as I am with Christian Wilkins. I love Jeffrey Simmons. I think that Rashawn Gary could be something really special. Ja'Kai Polite, I really like him as an edge rusher. I'm not high on Jonah Williams. I'm sorry. I don't think he's worth a first-round consideration. I like Mitch Hyatt. I like Garrett Bradbury from NC State, the center guard. Caden Smith, the tight end from Stanford, really fun prospect there. Roxen, I can't remember his name. Roxen something. He's a corner with multiple transfers on his thing. I think he's last chance U guy. Dakota Allen from Texas Tech, really like him. Trying to think of other guys on the defense that I really like. I like Austin Bryant more than I like Cleveland Farrell. Is that a little weird? The Jets fumble the ball. The Patriots pick it up and run it all the way from the 40-yard line in for a touchdown. And it is now a 28-3 game. That would be cool. That would be neat. So the Bucs will try to kick a field goal here, and this one is going to go through the uprights after leaning from the left-hand side. It swung in and goes through. What about Quentin Williams? I heard he was good. Quentin Williams will go top 5, top 2. And I don't think we'll trade up. Thomas and them don't usually trade up. It was a nice idea at one point, but I just don't think we'll have the opportunity to go get him. Depends on whether they bring him in for a 30 visit, but Mike, you're right. Gary would be pretty interesting. I just worry about his athleticism and the injuries that he's had. Whereas the opposite problem with Ed Oliver, who has not a lot of pass rush moves, but has all the athleticism in the world and is now just battling over some kind of shoulder injury or something like that, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I can see, here's how cool this draft is. I can see any of the top 10 defensive tackles from this class playing next to Grady Jarrett and dominating. And that's what gets me excited. That's what's so fun. Real Prez, you said something. Earlier. Bro, didn't mean to get you heated earlier. I don't have a Super Bowl or a bust mentality, but it changes year to year, and this was one of those years. Injuries aside, we should have made at least a wild card. I said it earlier, Real President. I said it earlier that the Falcons, with no injuries this year, had it not been long-term injuries to our players, I think this team would have been 9-7, 10-6 at their best. And that could have gotten us a wild card. So, I mean, I agree with you. They maybe should have gotten a wild card this year, but I'm not going to live in the world of shoulda, coulda, woulda. But that's just me, man. That's just me. That's me. That's just me. That's just me. I just hold a certain mentality, and I'm a weirdo. So like and sub to the channel to like the weirdo who's a Falcons fan who doesn't necessarily really care about getting a Super Bowl unless they're totally built. O'Shane Zimes. Hey, yeah. But at your convenience, take a look at Jalen Ferguson from Louisiana Tech. Funny story. I've already looked at Jalen Ferguson, and I actually really like him. But I don't know what round he's supposed to go in. And that's the hardest part. Is Jalen Ferguson the kind of guy that could creep into the early second round, or is he someone that you'll take in the third? And that's just so tough because, look at Isaiah Oliver from this past year. He was supposed to be a first-round pick. Whoop, fell into the second round. We took him in the second round. I'm not complaining. Don't look at me. I'm not complaining. But damn, that's the kind of thing that could happen. Somebody in the first round could just fall right into the second round. And you're just like, how? How now, brown cow? How did you get from up here to down here? I don't understand. I will tell everyone in here that has gotten me heated, that I'm just tired from last night. And I'm not, Hall with a little bit of return, got out to the 27-yard line. Call it the 28, maybe. Philly special to Matt Ryan, and they were able to get that touchdown. That was cool. Cheer for Drew. That's funny, man. Third or maybe fourth, 6 foot, 5 inches, 269 pounds. He's got the build of a rock. He looks bigger than he actually is listed. So, Matt Ryan, quick off a play action to Mohamed Sanu, who's going to take it for a first down, get past the 40-yard line. So the Falcons getting closer to midfield here. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I would love to see you guys be part of Grounder Nation. We're building towards something really great. I hope that we can get to 5,000 subs next year. YouTube is getting really close to fucking all of us over. I'm going to be really honest with all of you guys right now. Even the guys that are at 30 and 40,000 subs, they're doing some really crazy things. Brian Hill scooting through the line, getting the first down. Big hit on Adams, and here comes a flag. Gonna call a holding here, probably. Ryan Schrader. Bye, Ryan. You're gonna be gone, buddy. You're gonna be gone. Every time we put you in, we think that something good is gonna happen, and suddenly it gets bad. YouTube is officially going to go, per Google, is going to go into a monetization system that is going to hurt YouTubers like myself and those who are up and comers, and favor those who pay for subscriptions or potentially those who have bigger channels already established and basically wipe guys like myself out. So if things go really bad, I want to let all of you guys know, go over to my Twitch, sub to my Twitch. I might have to make Twitch my permanent home, depending on what happens. 2nd and 16. Let's call it a 7-yard gain here by Russell Gage. Dallas up 14-10. Prescott running. Prescott going, throws across the middle of the field, gets it to a tight end or wide receiver here and runs in for a touchdown. Irwin gets a touchdown? Interesting. Is the Twitch unintentional grounding? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Rains. We do some video gaming, and we do some highlight stuff. Julio pointed out a blitz really quick. Looks like they do come with a blitz. Quick throw out to Calvin Ridley. He's going to take the wide receiver screen. He's going to go to the outside and get this first down. There is a flag up the field, though, and here it's going to be coming back. The Twitch is unintentional grounding. Yeah, the flags are killing us, man. But I'm going to let you guys know, I love what we're building here. It's been a lot of fun. Hooper with a holding. But Twitch might have to be my permanent home coming up soon. We've built so much here, and I love this channel, and I don't want it to die off or anything bad to happen to it. But the more I see what YouTube is doing, the more I want to have Twitch and YouTube at the same sub count, try to keep it up there, maybe get monetized by Twitch, and eventually try to move everything over to the Twitch permanently. Delayed hand off to Hill, and he's going to get hit back in the backfield, so it's now going to be 3rd and very, very long. Yeah. Yeah, McCoy, last game at home. Might be his last game at home. So, but definitely hit that like button, sub to the channel. If we can continue to grow at a rapid pace, and if you guys like the video content that I do for the breakdowns and whatnot, it'd be awesome. Ryan back, no pressure, throws over the middle field. Mohamed Sanu with the big time catch. And that's a big gain, at least 20 or more yards there. And Ryan to Sanu connection has been something else, man. I love Sanu. I want him to be here. We should restructure his contract and keep him. Into BUCS territory, call it the 35-yard line, all the way from our own 30, 40-yard line. 5 catches, 69 yards today for Mohamed Sanu. Back into a running formation here for the Falcons. Going to play action out of it. Ryan looks down the middle of the field. Chucks it down the middle of the field. Oh, almost caught by Hooper and knocked out of his hands. He drops that one in the end zone. That would have been special. Would have gotten the lead there. That was 6 points. Ryan threw that was a pretty ball. Right where Hooper was going to get it. And Hooper, it hit his hands. He just dropped it. That's been half the problem with Matt Ryan. Has been he's thrown some pretty balls and his wide receivers just can't catch. And I don't want that to sound like an excuse. It's not. Good job by Ricky Ortiz to lead one of those guys out. So in 2nd and 10, pitch out to Hill, and Hill's going to gain 1, maybe 2 yards maximum. It's going to be 3rd and long. You got to catch this, dude. Oh, come on. This hits him right in the hands, and he just drops that. That was a pretty ball from Ryan. You can't throw it any better than that. I don't think there's really much of a way. Most of the great quarterbacks can throw some great stuff just like Ryan just did. Just, boop, just drop it right in. Excuse me. Yards to go on 3rd down. The average for Atlanta today has been 11.8 yards. Ryan back, looks, throws to Hooper, flag on the field. And Hooper's going to catch this and make a short gain, but there is going to be a flag on the field here. Illegal shift by the offense. Penalty is declined. 4th down. And the Falcons kick the ball away. Never got set on the motion on the outside. And Matt Ryan chewing somebody out. Matt Ryan chewing somebody out. Go, Matt. Go, Matt. Oh, Matt. Oh, my goodness. So here comes Matt Money Bryant. His longest is 57. This one is a... They don't tell me the yardage. Gonna kick it up and got it. Good. Money Bryant. Make it a 20-17 game. 3-point game now. Falcons down by 3. Interesting. Imagine Rashawn Gary learning from Leonard. That would be pretty sick. If you had Gary, Leonard, Grady, and Tack. Think of that 4 combination. That's an interesting combination. In fact, actually, let's sit here for a second and talk about interesting combinations now that we're on commercial break. Talk about interesting combinations. What if you were to add the combination of Bruce Irvin, Steven Means, Jack Crawford, one of those 3 on the outside. Add in Grady Jarrett, add in Christian Wilkins, and Tack. So, Tack, Grady, Wilkins, and Means. That's solid. I think that's solid. Now let's add a different one. What if we did, Polite? What if we did it like this? We did Polite, Grady, Dexter Lawrence, Tack McKinley. Okay. Let's do a different one. What if we did... Oh, here we go. What if we did it like this? What if we did Zach Allen, Oliver, Grady, Tack? It's a bit smaller. Some weird big men in some weird places. I know it doesn't sound very sexy, but it still works. Works for what it is. I don't think Oliver falls out of the top 5, bro. I think Oliver's just too much of a. I think he's just too much of a talent. And especially if he runs at 290 plus pounds, a good 40. If he runs a good 40, I don't see him getting out of the first round. What about Michael Bennett? Very, very true. What if we put that together? So what if we did Zach Allen, Michael Bennett, Grady Jarrett, and Tack McKinley? I don't hate that. What if this is just funny? Let's not talk about any drafted guys. What if we did it like this? What if our nickel was Steven Means, Michael Bennett, Grady Jarrett, and Tack McKinley? I still think that's solid. I still think that's solid. Bucks are going to take it out of the end zone 10, 15, 20, 25. And let's say that he gets to about the 23. The Falcons are saying that ball came out. Matt Ryan was grilling Julio and Calvin. God damn. Ryan was pissed. Oh my God, Ryan. Ryan was pissed. Holy moly. Yeah, Zach Allen from Boston College. Man, I like him. He's not as athletic, but he does not lose contain. Not very often does Zach Allen lose contain. And I like that about him. Gap integrity from him. Barber's hurt. So the running back for the BUCS is hurt right now. Might be a shoulder or something because he's holding his arm. Let's see. Matt Ryan got snubbed in Pro Bowl for sure, but everyone got a yeah. I'm not going to say that, but yeah. You get a 3rd round pick and a 4th round pick for Beasley and Alfred. Your thoughts? I think that a 3rd rounder could definitely be for Vic. I think a 5th or lower for Alfred because nobody's gonna give us prime real estate for Alfred's services. But everybody needs corners. Everybody needs DBs. So it could definitely be something like that. With that trade would give us 2/3, 2/4, 2 5ths, and 2 6ths because of comp picks. So you would have a total of 11, 13 picks in the draft. You'd have 13 picks in the draft. Guys, 13 picks for Dan Quinn trying to fix the defense. Even if you don't get any of those picks from trades. 9 picks for Dan Quinn in a draft. He's never had this many picks. This could be a fun year to watch. I'm excited about it. That sounds like it's going to be a fun time. Like, I'm excited about that. Would you draft that linebacker from Georgia? Which one? There's a couple of them. So, that's my 2 cents. 2nd and 5 after that run. Davis the third is running around. Play action, looks over the top. Throw, popped up. Intercepted. DeMonte KZ with the interception. Boy. Damn, boy. Let's go. Come on, Falcons. Let's win this game. Get out of the top 10. Let's go. Is that Poole? What is Poole doing? Poole's looking for somebody in the end zone. Still gave it to a Tampa fan. That's weird. So, Tevin Coleman in the backfield, play action off him. Ryan looking down the field, guns it, and is going to get it to Julio Jones and out of bounds inside Tampa territory. Let's see. So the linebacker said it's going to go the opposite way. They stayed. Good job by Duke to stay. And then great pick by KZ, man. Great job by Alfred to get up there and bot the ball, dude. Quick throw to Sanu, and they're going to say that it touched the ground. So, Falcons inside the 30-yard line at Tampa on a 2nd and 10 now. 76 career turnover, most in the NFL since 2015. Jameis Winston. Reminds you of the Honey Badger? How about DeAndre Walker? The kid out of Virginia Tech? Charleston, Nash? You're talking about the kid out of Virginia Tech? Let me know, Charleston. Ryan back. They jumped that. Sanu caught it with one hand. Jason Pierre-Paul jumped. They're going to call this a false start? Nope, encroachment on the defense. No, Georgia. DeAndre Walker from Georgia. Is that the defensive end? I think that's the defensive end, right? Or is it the linebacker? I thought that whoever the defensive end for Georgia was, he's going to be coming out in this draft. I thought he was doing pretty well against Bama. Handoff to Coleman. Coleman's going to kick it to the outside. Good block by Ridley. And up, gets off a couple blocks. And what about it now? The Falcons have the lead. But Tevin Coleman doesn't get off blocks, right? Tevin Coleman goes down after the first touch, right? He just falls down, right? Yeah, get out of here. Pay Tico. Give him money. Goodbye, Freeman. Give Tico Raw money. One guy, two guys, almost three guys got to touch him. He gets into the end zone. Tevin Coleman's getting better. Tevin Coleman's getting better year to year. Let Tevin Coleman continue to produce. Pay Tico Raw. I'm not talking about you, Mike, man. I'm not talking about you, Mike. But you can't deny, the more that Tevin Coleman continues to do great run plays, the more that Ito Smith stays healthy and plays well. Grady, Tico, Dion, bring back Bruce, bring back Steven Means, bring back Michael Bennett. You got yourself a hell of a free agency. And then restructure Freeman's contract and trade that man. Trade that man. Send him out. Send him out and get you some draft picks, bro. And people are gonna be like, you can't get rid of Freeman. I can already feel it. I'm not even gonna look at the chat. I can already feel it. I can already feel it. Don't worry. Don't worry. You'll probably get it your way. To all the Falcons fans in the chat who are pro Freeman, you'll probably get it your way. Don't even worry. Don't even reply in the chat. Tico Rawl is a great running back, though. I love him here in Atlanta. And with Kubiak, if that's the rumor, I would love Kubiak and Tico Raw. That would be so amazing. God, that would be so good. Wonder if Kubiak would be like, yeah, I want to keep Tevin Coleman. I don't want Freeman, though. Jason Tran, what's going on, man? Rise up, stay grounded. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Should KZ play slot corner next year? Yeah. Yeah, I would. I'd play him there. But I'd have him as a roaming safety nickel corner. And let him kind of roam there in zone and things of that nature. Tevin Coleman is doing so well, bro. Tevin Coleman's doing so well. Quick pitch out by Tampa, who started on their own 25, and they're going to get it out to the 30-yard line here. Similar to Lorenzo Carter for the Giants. Middle Justin Houston, but not as good as Cole. Okay, I'll take a look at him. I'll take a look at him, man. You know what? You have intrigued me with this guy. I think I will go take a look at him. Starts to look like a villain with those shades. I don't know why that was funny. Handoff on a 2nd and 4 and stuffed at the line. Niesman actually making the tackle there. Very interesting. Freeman won't restructure for 2 more seasons. Actually, only 1 more season. He could play 2019, but then he can be cut for minimum dead money in 2020. So he's almost out the door, I can tell you right now. Let's see. Marcus Lorenzo. No restructure. He's definitely playing while Rico's on the field. Sark look, yeah. At the end of the day, Freeman will always be a Mike Smith guy. Ooh, burn. God, burn. Panthers up 30-0. Freeman's injury prone. These are all true things. 11 likes on Instagram. I don't know how that happened. Crazy stuff. Man, I'm so tired, dude. I think we're just gonna take a nap at the end of this. But I have a Discord thing to do after this game. What do I do? God, I'm so tired. and I've still got to do film breakdowns. I've still got to do film breakdowns today. I'm so tired. God, this is just insane, man. It's just absolutely insane. Oh, every time I think of Sarkisian, I think of Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A. I like your le. How are the Panthers beating New Orleans 30-0? Because they don't have Drew Brees playing out there. They took everybody out. They took mostly everybody out. Whew, so pretty active chat today, which has been awesome. Salute to, you know what? Just for a second, before you guys get on more discussions, salute to all of y'all salute to y'all who make this worth it. Because it's totally worth it when I get to talk to you guys and hang with you guys and commentate on the game and bounce ideas off of you guys. Salute to all the grounders and all the people that came in today. You guys are the real champions. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Panthers' third string is lighting it up. Top Keck. Let's go over some scores. 28-3 right now. Patriots over Jets. That number, haunting number. Just a haunting number. Falcons up 24-20. Texans over the Jags, 20-3 right now. Let's check out the rest of the scores from the NFL. I know we're about to have a play, so I'm trying to quickly do it. Bills up 28-17 over the Dolphins. Jameis Winston back on third down, quickly throws to the outside, batted down by Robert Alford, who's finally made a play today. Yeah. Anywho. Fourth down, Bucks punt. Lions up 24-0 over the Packers. Panthers up 30-7 over the Saints. Giants up 25-21 over the Cowboys. And then we have a litany of games that are going to change the entire front half of the draft as the day continues. So stick with us through the day. We're going to be making all kinds of stuff. Punt and a fair catch just inside the 25-yard line. Lieutenant Dan, is YouTube a job or just a passion? A job for me. It's a passion in one sense, but this is what I want to be my job, and I want to get better at this. I want to have better lighting. I want to have better cameras. I want to better. Actually, I love my camera that I have right now. It was sent to me by a grounder. I want to have a better setup. I want to be able to report all the games for you guys. I don't want to just cover just Atlanta, but I love Atlanta. That's my team. But I want to cover tons of different parts of sports and stuff like that, and have really cool opinions about everything. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Bucks bringing the heat. Gonna play action out of this. Ryan looking. Darts it down the field. Wide open. Julio Jones with the big boy catch. Big boy catches only today. God damn. Go get him, big boy. Big boy Jones with a big boy catch. Also, sad news today. Tat McKinley stopped following me on Twitter. And, yeah, pretty sad about it. Yeah. I tweeted about it and there were a couple people that were like, sad day. But yeah, Tat McKinley was following me on Twitter. Suddenly not following me on Twitter. We're not friends or anything, so I understand. I get it. Jeremy Langford with a small run here. Not a great one, but we'll call it 2nd and 8. Teddy Bridgewater with that touchdown pass, by the way. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I don't know what was said or whatnot. I just Tack stopped following me one day, so okay. I didn't see exactly when he unfollowed me. Langford sidecar with Ryan here. Ryan on 2nd and 8, going to hand it off to Langford. He's going to gain 2 yards at minimum. Kubiak plus Bowles would be a lot of fun. Hell yeah, that would be great. That would be super, super cool. Bowles is a very, very unique defensive mind. Dan Quinn has a system that would work very well with Bowles. And then Kubiak doesn't need Dan Quinn's approval to run shit. You get what I'm saying? And if Dan Quinn wants to go on 4th down, Kubiak, Knapp, and Dan Quinn can talk about it and actually get it done. So if you guys want to attack McKinley and be like, why'd you unfollow unintentional grounding? You can if you want. Matt Ryan under pressure, steps over, throws over the middle, and that's a 1st down by Julio Jones because tough boy football is how you play football. Man, so good. And Julio calling for a sub here. Great job by Julio getting over the middle of the field, taking a hit, pushing, driving those legs forward. Falcons in a heavyset formation, 2 wide receivers, 1 on each side. Tight, Sauber and Hooper. Gonna run it to the outside, and down goes Coleman. No, down goes Hill behind the line. Hill has had very up and down success with this line right now. Schrader is out. Sembrilo is in. Oh boy. There's just no right tackles in the first round. Even Kajutsi is a left tackle. Throw over the middle to Paulson, and Paulson's gonna jet it inside the 20-yard line, close to the 10-yard line. Logan Paulson with a nice little catch there. Paulson's gonna get subbed out. Good job by Ryan and Paulson. God has spare Ryan's life. What? I feel bad if I did say something that Tack McKinley didn't like or the team didn't like. I don't like doing that. But, I mean, obviously, my criticisms and my praises are nothing that they need to concern themselves about. Ryan out, play action, looks, throws to the outside. It's Calvin Ridley who walks it in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Atlanta Falcons. Another touchdown from Matt Ryan. So touchdown Falcons, and they go up 30-20, and here comes the extra point. Mohamed Sanu and Calvin Ridley with the hug in the end zone. Good job by the Falcons, running some play action off of that. Wow, the most creative play that they've had all day, outside of the Philly special that we did. Very interesting. DQ calling offense now, that's why. Oh, man. And that is the 10th receiving touchdown this season, 6th most by a rookie since 2007, I believe, was the record setter there. Good job. Good job, Calvin. Quinn said that he wanted more minds in the mix, not just yes men. Yeah. Well, he said that he has plenty of minds in the room, but I don't think he has the right minds in the room. Matt Money Bryant with the extra point, 31-20, 10 minutes, 51 seconds left. In the fourth quarter. All right, so Falcons take the lead. Of course, this hurts our draft position, but also gets us away from Ed Oliver. Oh, man. People won't like me for that. But I don't care. Why don't you want better draft position? Because I just want to be away from Ed Oliver. God willing that we stay away from Ed Oliver. Matt Ryan is now 12th all-time in TDs. Hey. Imagine Quinn and Bowles. Amazing. I'll throw up if we draft Ed Oliver. Can't believe people don't think Ryan is at least a top 5 QB. I do. Top 10 if you don't want to be generous. If you want to say that new up-and-coming quarterbacks are doing it better. But 4,800 yards, 35 touchdown passes, 3 rushing TDs, 1 reception TD, and only 6 interceptions. Top 10 at least. Top 10 at the very least. And at the very most, top 5 in the conversation, top 3. But that's a conversation for another day. And watch, we're going to have some quarterbacks retire this coming year. And then that will change the whole dynamic, how people will think who's top 5, who's top 10, who's top 15, so on and so forth. You know, I'm not too worried about, if somebody doesn't think my quarterback's good enough or whatnot. It only matters what my fan base thinks. Can you explain why this losing season OC and DC should stay and get better players? I don't think that either one of them have done enough through the whole season, and Dan Quinn said it himself. I evaluate the whole season, not just a game, not just a play, not just a few weeks. So if you're evaluating the whole season, and especially if you're evaluating 2 whole seasons with Sark, you can tell that he's getting better, but it's just too slow. You need a steady hand, and Dan Quinn can't hold your hand forever. Neither is Greg Knapp. They're not going to hold your hands and be like, okay, so let's go do an offensive play now. That's just not how that works. So that's the franchise rookie record for TDs now. But, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just... DQ is a 4-year head coach. And he's been a defensive coordinator the whole other time. He's never been a head coach. And Dan Quinn has already gotten to the level of, I don't want to take your BS anymore. I don't want to take your BS anymore. I don't want to hold your hand, whether you're offensive coordinator or you're a defensive coordinator. I can't stand it. And you can tell in the press conferences, the way that he looks on the sideline, the way when he celebrates and when he's disappointed, he's tired of holding people's hands. That's why he brought Shanahan in, because he was like, I don't know anything about offense, but I do know someone that does know something about offense. Okay? Wow. Both Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones were open in the end zone. And he threw it to Ridley for the franchise record. So, it could have been another Julio Jones touchdown. He had actually got himself open. So Tampa's going to run it to the outside, stuffed up by some Falcons defenders, Poole, Trufant, just to name a few guys that came in and tackled. Will Grady Jarrett be a top 5 defensive tackle later in his career? I already think he's top 10. And there's a lot of great defensive tackles in this league. So I could say he could be a top 5 depending on whether or not he continues to be consistent. If you're consistent and you consistently get sacked, consistently get pressures, consistently make things hard for an offense, you will be considered to be a top. But now Tampa watches Ridley and opens Julio for his next record. Lieutenant Dan, challenge, tryout for American Idol, yes or no? Would I go to American Idol? I mean, I can sing a little bit, but I'm not gonna get a big head and be like, I can sing the best. I'm not gonna do that. Falcons bring a little bit of pressure to the inside, and they're gonna sack Jameis Winston. That's a sack for Bruce Irvin. But there is gonna be a flag. I don't know where the flag is. Holding on the defense, and that's gonna give them a first down. Could you see Calvin Ridley being a top wide receiver, like the footsteps of Julio Jones? I could see him being a Stephon Diggs. They've got the similar build. They've got a similar speed. They've got similar shakiness. They've got similar route running. Poole with the holding, by the way. Gave them a first down. Getting back Freeman, Neal, Allen, and our guards is like having another draft. Kind of true. But Freeman and Ito Smith do the same shit. Throw by Winston is going to be to Humphreys. He's going to make a big reception here. That's at least 15 yards there on a reception. 9 minutes and 50 seconds left. Clock runs. Austin Hooper, Calvin Ridley, Mohamed Sanu. Yeah, it's a lot of production. Matt Ryan should be in the MVP talk. Should he be the MVP? Questionable, debatable. Should he be in the MVP talk? Yes. Freeman is good, but cancer. Freeman's contract is cancer. It's not Freeman himself. Throw over the middle to Humphreys again. Humphreys does get it. Nope. Booker? It looked like Humphreys. That was weird. It's Booker. It's the tight end. Who's the most underrated Falcons prospect in the draft? Well, they'll need to draft them first, and then I can tell you who's going to be underrated. But who's the most underrated prospect at all? I think not enough people are talking about O'Shea Zimes. I also think not enough people are talking about Austin Bryant. But there's a couple. Rock Sin, I really like him. Man, people are sleeping on both of the corners from Washington. I think both of them were very productive in college. Olakun fell on the ground and opened up Humphreys, or whoever that was over the middle there. Winston's found an open guy. This field has been awful, dude. So it looks like the Bucs are going to come down here and score. First and goal on the 10-yard line. Play action. Winston over the middle, touchdown on Deion Jones, who was covering Evans, and that is a touchdown for the Bucs. Let's see if the Bucs will come out here and do a 2-point conversion too. And it looks like they are going to try to do the 2-point conversion here. That'll make it a 28 to 31 game. So what is that? A field goal game here. Trufant slipped again. Yeah, but it wasn't on Trufant. It was on Jones Olakun, and Niesman tried to block it. 2-point conversion attempt here for the Bucs, and the Falcons coming out in their heavy personnel. Bruce Irvin tries to block it up, and it's a nope. Alfred is able to break up the pass, and no 2-point conversion for the Bucs, and only 6 points for the Buccaneers on that, so it's like 2 field goals. So, way to go by Alfred. KZ was coming in there and almost got to Winston, so that was interesting. Yeah, Alfred playing slightly well today. Trufant seems to be playing a little bit well towards the end here. Leonard Williams would be interesting. They're saying that he has a lack of effort in New York. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll have to go watch some Jets tape. But name recognition, I know that Leonard Williams is definitely a key piece in what they do with Bulls defense. So maybe it would be interesting if we had a trade in the draft. Maybe Vic Beasley to the Jets and Bulls comes here and Leonard Williams is traded. He's just tired of losing. Yeah. Notice that Bruce Irvin, once he came here, our level of defensive play went up. All our defensive linemen got so much more aggressive. Let's take a look at the chat real quick. Yeah, Matt Ryan is a man among boys in some cases. $1 million man toy. That's hilarious. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, the notification bell to be notified of all the new content that's going to be coming out in January, February, as we talk about draft, as we talk about new players for the combine coming up, the East-West Shrine game, the Senior Bowl, lots to do. So who's your favorite guard prospect in the draft? Love Dalton Reisner. Mitch Hyatt as a guard could be really fun. Garrett Bradbury from North Carolina. That could be really cool in NC State. Of course, I think a lot of people looking at the Wisconsin kids. I really like the Wisconsin kids, but I think people look at the Wisconsin kids and get upset because all they can think of is what is his name? I totally forgot his name because he's so irrelevant. Whoever the guard that we took from Wisconsin so many years ago during the Mike Smith era when he couldn't train them. Offense doesn't want them to yell. Doesn't want Matt to yell at them again. Lieutenant Dan, take a look at Inman Marshall, who actually really funny, but Inman Marshall has been linked to Atlanta scouts at the USC games. There's been Atlanta scouts at the USC games. So I wonder if Inman Marshall could be a corner that we might look at. Hall takes it out and gets it to the 25-yard line, so basically a touchback. Peter Cons. Thank you, Evan Thompson. Appreciate that. Cons in a power. Think about this. Peter Cons in a power system when he came from a zone blocking system, and he fails, and we're all surprised. He played in a Mike Smith power system, and then got hurt when he was coming from a zone system. What round is Inman Marshall? I would say third or fourth round. A wide receiver screen to Sanu. Sanu's going to take it up the middle and gain. Let's call it 8 yards there. So an 8-yard gain, second and 2 from my standpoint. Yeah. Yeah. Well, evaluator and developer. It was a really bad talent developer and talent evaluator. So not only could he not bring in the talent that he wanted, even with Thomas Dimitroff there, because he was giving him a blank shopping list, hand off to Hill, and Hill is he's going to be about a yard short for this first down. About a yard short. About 7 minutes left on a 3rd and 1. I'd give the ball to like Grady Jarrett, man. 3rd and 1. I put Grady Jarrett in fullback position, and I would just hand the ball off to him. 3rd down conversions, 4 of 10 for Atlanta, 4 and 10 for Tampa. Let's see what Atlanta can do here. In the Wildcat, Sanu up the middle, and Sanu is going to get this first down. He's going to be about a yard over that first down. So first down on a Wildcat from Sanu. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left. Jack Savage, go look at Christian Wilkins and Dexter Lawrence playing running back, fullback for Clemson. They did it during regular season games on the goal line. Always punch it in. It's a lot of fun to watch them do that. I had a good time watching them do that. Falcons in heavyset formation. Eric Saubert on the field. Ooh, this is interesting. Saubert cuts across the other side of the field, opening up. Ryan gets away from the pressure, looks, throws over the middle of the field, intercepted. Adams with the interception here. Matt Ryan throws a pretty bad lame duck. Let's see what happens here. Even Ryan's not yelling at anybody. That will be his 7th interception of the year. Let's watch this. Oh, this is a great angle to watch this. They're going to pull Saubert out the side and have Paulson block and then go up the middle of the field. They were looking for Logan Paulson. Ryan got away from a sack and then tried to throw it to Hardy and overthrew him. And that was because he didn't have his feet set. And he just threw a very lame duck. That's on Matt. It's really on Matt. Although getting away from the sack was good. So inside Falcons territory, Jameis Winston over the middle of the field. And it's going to be caught by be caught by Humphreys. And here we go. The Buccaneers can have a potential to win this game. But still 5 minutes, you know. Wow. Poole and Neesman on the coverage there on Humphreys. 3 wide receivers to the left-hand side. They pull number 12 to the left-hand side and 2 on the right. Quick throw over the middle. They immediately threw to that wide receiver and touchdown Bucks. Touchdown Bucks, and the Bucks have come back. The Bucks have come back just like that. And now Ryan getting his gloves back on. 32-31 right now with 5 minutes left. When will the Falcons make changes to their staff? Probably tomorrow. Monday. Monday is Black Monday for the whole league. Only the playoff teams will not be firing or hiring any coaching staff. Yeah, he got over. Can't put that on Hardy, man. Oh, no, I'm not putting it on Hardy at all. That was on Matt. 100% on Matt. Matt threw a wobbler. And they're going to go for the 2-point conversion to make this a 34-31 game. Jameis Winston to the outside. Blocked! Beasley with the block. Broke it up. Great job by Vic Beasley to get up there and block that. So it's only a 1-point game. That was a 2013 Matt Ryan throw. That was a Matt Ryan not being set throwing the ball throw. It had nothing to do with what year. He's had bad interceptions in like almost every year that he's played. There's been a bad, like one really bad interception. So yeah, the kicker, punter, and the QB all have first names. Let's see. Matt Schaub, Matt Ryan, Matt Bosher, Matt Bryant. So you got 2 QBs and your kicker punter are all named Matt. How many more Matts can we put on the field? Be pretty funny. Or we can get some more Matts on the field. Matt, and Matt. Hey, Dan, what do you think about Ty Summers to replace Beasley or Reed? Joe Houston, send me a reminder on Discord about Ty Summers. I want to take a look at him. Anyone that you guys have questions on or would like me to look at, please go send that to the Discord. So just at me at Lieutenant Dan or at Unintentional Grounding on my thing, and then I'll then tell me the player that you want me to look at. I'll take a look at him. I don't play any Dynasty Fantasy, Pantera, but I have played Fantasy. I've also played Fantasy for cash, too. I'm actually in a league where I just play second place in the finals, so... yeah, I do some Fantasy from time to time. Remember the Matt from last year. Bad luck. Yeah, QBs make bad throws. Happens all the time. The best of the best, and the worst of the worst. Oh, boy. So, we're almost done, guys. It looks like it's going to come down to the wire. Falcons are only down by 1 point here. Try to go for 2 points twice. It's a 32-31 game here. And this is all about draft position here. So if the Falcons go down and score and beat the Buccaneers will be in front of the Falcons in the draft. We'll see what happens here. 7-16 games, not bad. Yeah, true. We're ready, Fire Sark. Hardy in the end zone, kneels it, or Hall, excuse me, in the end zone, kneels it, and that is going to be a touchback. Start on the 25-yard line for the Falcons drive here. Falcons just need to play smart, simple football and go down and score. Run this clock down. Defense has played very, very standoffish. So 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Bucks with all their timeouts. Falcons with all their timeouts. Ball on the 25-yard line. We haven't been able to stop the Buccaneers really from scoring all day. Bucks have been scored on several times by some sneaky plays. Quick pitch out, but it's a fake throw to Ridley, and he's going to gain about a yard. Carlton Davis is out, and Isaiah Johnson is out for Tampa. So we're creeping just under 5 minutes here. 2nd and 8. Falcons will want to run a little bit of clock here, but at the same time, they got to still move down the field in 4 minutes. 26-yard line, 27-yard line, something like that. And Hill is going to make a very nice run and get it to the 40. So great job by Hill there to scoot through some tackles. Vita Vea with the tackle there. Good job by Vita Vea. Vita Vea slid across the line there, searched out Hill, and got the tackle. Man, Vita Vea is so talented. He's so talented, dude. Jealous of the Bucks fans who have Vita Vea. Jealous of you Bucks fans. Creeping just under 4 minutes now, so the Falcons have already run a whole minute off the clock. Falcons in play action here. Excuse me, in shotgun. Here comes a Bucks blitz from what we can tell. Bucks do blitz. Play action. Ryan over the middle of the field. Julio Jones. And he's going to get past the 50-yard line. Make it the 45-yard line of Tampa. So now with 3 minutes, 35 seconds. The Falcons can potentially run the ball if they want to and take this down to the 2-minute warning, even with the BUCS with all 3 of their timeouts, and try to eat clock here. Yeah, the Falcons always fight. They never give up. That's what I like about them, too. 8 catches, 122 yards, and a touchdown today for Julio Jones thus far. Just under 3 minutes by the time this play's over. Pitch out to Hill, and Hill needs to stay in bounds. He does, and he drives forward for another first down. 9 yards, they're gonna give him that. They're gonna say it's 2nd and inches here. 2nd and inches. And so by the time this is over, we'll hit the 2-minute warning. Good run by Hill there. 2 minutes, 52 seconds. And the Buccaneers take a timeout here just before the 2-minute warning. Matt Bryant warming up on the sideline here. Well within field goal range. Well within field goal range. Tom Brady, 24-33, 250, and 4 touchdowns today. Cool story. We got Vikings versus Bears. Bears. I'll take Bears. I'll take the Bears with that one. I'll take the Bears. Duh, Bears. Duh, Bears. Falcons, 2nd and 1. Call it the 35-yard line. Or nope, the 36-yard line. They're going to pitch it out. And Jeremy Langford with the first down. And close to the 30-yard line now. And so clock tick, 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 ticks. They ran off one of the Buccaneers' timeouts. 2 minutes and 35 seconds now. Bryant still warming up on the sideline to hit a game winner if need be. If need be here. Who has your vote to win the Super Bowl? I think it's going to surprise us. We might see a surprise team in the Super Bowl. Falcons come in heavy personnel. BUCS come in heavy personnel. Ryan under center. Hands the ball off to Langford. Langford breaks it, gets a first down, and there's a flag on the field. Langford gets the first down. What's the flag for? It dropped right next near Langford. They're going to say dropping his head. They're going to say dropping his head, isn't it? Number 11. They're going to call this on Julio? Huh. Still first down, but a personal foul here. So with 2 minutes, 4 seconds. So the 2-minute warning and 2 timeouts. Personal foul on Julio. Backs him up 10 yards. That knocked him out of field goal range. Oh, cutback block. Yeah, he came and hit him on the shoulder. And it opened it up the hole for Langford. It wouldn't have been as long. Huh. So this will be 1st and 24. Jesus Christ. All right, I got to throw the ball now. Ryan back, looks, throws over to Sanu. Sanu's going to head to the outside. And he is going to catch this ball and gain, I would say, about 8 yards or so on that catch. And that is the 2-minute warning now. Yep. This will be the end right here. The Patriots clinch a first-round bye with their win over the Jets. Let's see. Unnecessary roughness for Julio. People saying some stuff. Watch that later. Texans win the AFC South with their win over Jacksonville. So this is actually, let me pull up Tankathon. Let me pull up Tankathon and see where they've got us listed now. I think we just got cock blocked. Yep, we just got cock blocked. We can't go any further. Stands for every one of us. Ah, boy. We'll see how the rest of these early games go. We'll see how the rest of the early games go, but I think the Falcons just officially can't get past 8 now. Because that Lions game, I think, just ended. Yep, the Lions game ended. We can't, unless we lose this game, we can't go any further. We can't go any further up. We can't go any further than 8. Now everything's going backwards. So if we win, we're like 13. We'll see how this ends. One way or another, Sarkisian's most likely going to get fired anyway, so. What down? I believe it is second down. Second down and quite a long ways. I think it's second down in like 15 or so. We are in field goal range. I think we got ourselves back in field goal range, but it's a long one. So 1 minute and 59 seconds. 2 timeouts for the BUCS. 32-31 Tampa. Falcons played some soft defense, allowing the BUCS to get back into this. 2nd and 16. I was right. I was close. 2nd and 16. Hardy from left to right. He needs to get set. Set him up. BUCS playing everything close to the line. Paulson from left to right, close to the right tackle. Hand this ball off to Hill. Hill's going to run it up the middle, out to the outside, and is going to gain a short gain here, and the clock is going to run. The Giants, the Giants were going to win this game. Oh, that's a touchdown. Oh, they have taken the lead. It's 35-28 Giants now. Looks like Ryan won't get the 5K. Oh, well. So if the Falcons play this safe, they're bringing Julio out on the field. If the Falcons play this safe and try to run clock, Tampa will have to call a timeout. And then the Falcons will have to kick a field goal from quite a little ways. So I can feel a play action. 3rd and 11 here. Tampa down on their last timeout. Falcons have all 3 of theirs. 1 timeout. Ryan back, looks, throws over the middle. Caught by Julio. And that's a first down. Falcons inside the 20-yard line. And time begins to, I think the Buccaneers call their final timeout here. .138 for Julio. Julio straight down the middle, right down the middle of the field. Caught that just off the right hash. Nice pass by Ryan, right where Julio could get it. Julio with good control over the ball. Julio Jones is something else, man. Julio Jones is something else, man. The briar patch. Julio's holding his arm. I don't know why. Julio's holding his arm like this, like, eh. And Ryan and the Falcons take a knee. This is dangerous, man. I would keep running the ball. This is dangerous, bro. No spoilers in the chat, please. We're also about to run out of camera. It'll be a 35-yard field goal for Bryant, putting a lot of pressure on him. I don't want to look. Timeout for the Falcons at double zeros. Just over a minute of time. Just about a minute. I don't know why you would kneel it there. I don't know why they wouldn't just run a running play. You back yourself up a yard by doing that. At least you could try to gain a yard or two. Yeah, Julio's clutching his arm. Something happened. Ryan and Falcons kneel again. And now it's under a minute. By the time the play clock gets back up, they've already lost 2 yards by doing this. I feel like he's going to miss this. I feel like Bryant's going to miss this. Why? Matt always hits his targets. I don't know why I'm saying that he's going to miss this. Oh, man. "24 seconds. Please don't miss this. I don't think I can take anymore. So they rush the field goal unit out. Um, 10 seconds. Don't fucking scare me like this. All right. So 1 second, they take the final timeout. All right, come on, kick this field goal and get this over with. Don't miss this, please. No spoilers in the chat. 37 yards. Got it. Got it. Money. Money. Oh. Okay. Thank God. Oh, man. Put your money bags, put your dollar signs in the chat for Matt Money Bryant. Possibly his last field goal with the Falcons. Possibly his last field goal with Atlanta. Don't know. He might retire. And so that is it. We finished 7-9. Salvaged a little bit of the season there. And that is that. 7-9. It's not great, but it salvaged the season. Salvaged the season and put us in a good draft spot anyway, regardless of the situation. So the Giants down by 1 point. We're going to cover this last game here, but the Giants down by 1 point, 4th and 10. Here's all the marbles. Throws it over the middle and knocked down. The Cowboys have won. They have beaten the New York Giants. They will go to 10-6, and they will now, I believe, go to the playoffs too. Holy moly. That's it. That's it. Giants lose. Giants lose. Yep. And the Giants will fall to 5-11, which will put them right in the same area as Jacksonville and Tampa. So there might be a coin flip there, but victory formation for the Cowboys, and they will now go to 10-6. 10-6. Interesting. Goodbye, Ed Oliver. Don't mock me, Ed Oliver, ever again, because he's not going to fall. Cowboys already own the division. Didn't know that. Thought it was Philly, but I guess the Cowboys did own the division after the last couple of wins. And victory formation one more time for the Cowboys. Kneel down and boom, they won the division. They have won the NFC East. And congratulations to the Cowboys. They did it. Goodbye, Ed Oliver. Never talk to me again about Ed Oliver. He's not going to slip all the way to Atlanta now. Not now, boys. Not now. Feeling like Christian Wilkins. Feels like Christian Wilkins, buddies. My dudes. So let's see if that updated. Let's see if that updated the playoff predictor. Let's see if that updated very quickly to see where the current standings are, because all of you guys are going to obviously want to know where the current standings are right now. And up to the minute current standings where everybody is going to be. Excuse me. I might even have to put them in manually because they haven't all updated, I don't think. Let's check everything out. And by the way, we will be live on Discord after this. So if you guys want to hang out with me on Discord, you're more than welcome. Trying to update the draft order to see where everything is going to be. Trying to get this kind of Cowboys win. Cowboys win. It still hasn't updated. Nothing's updated yet. I'll probably have to update all of this on my phone. It's the only way that it's going to work. So, all right. Thank you guys so much for joining the chat today. Thank you for joining us here on Unintentional Grounding. This was our last live stream of the Atlanta Falcons season. We'll have one more live stream potentially for the national championship game, Clemson versus Alabama. But until we meet again, we'll have some NFL film breakdowns. We'll have some stuff done with Voch Lombardi. This is not our last broadcast, by the way, but this is our last live show with talking about the Atlanta Falcons. Keep with us, though, because we're going to have lots and lots and lots of stuff going forward. And we're going to have, obviously, more camera stuff and things of that nature. We're going to be making a lot of changes to the YouTube channel. But, bros, take it easy, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Falcons win. And we're going to be doing a lot of draft stuff. I'm going to be in Nashville for the draft. So, a lot of stuff to do. Definitely hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that notification button, bell. Make sure that you go and comment in the comment section what you thought was great about this Falcons game. Hit me up at all the different links that I have in there, and definitely go join us for our Discord session, which is starting up right now. We're doing Discord right now, talking about the game, making instant reactions to it, and doing up to the minute updates on the draft position for the Atlanta Falcons. Discord link is in the description, as well as the Twitch link. So definitely go and join the Twitch Unintentional Grounding, where we're going to be playing some video games later today and talking about all the things that have happened through the season. So my name's Lieutenant Dan. This was Unintentional Grounding Live. You know what? Rise up. Stay grounded. Salute to all of you because you make this possible. You make everything that's going on right now possible with your donations and subs and your sharing stuff and everything. It's been amazing. Thank you so much. But rise up, stay grounded, and you listen to your boy, Lieutenant Dan. Nothing but the facts and the truth. Peace.